Hey, Nation. We're a little urgent today because we got a lot to talk about. Um, it's a cover two show for now. Eventually, it'll turn to the cover three, waiting for Chewy to get in. But representing the northern part of California is my boy RNJ, Rare Nation Jason. What's up, Jason?
What's going on, man? Good to be in the building. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And I'm the other host of Chris Four Raiders from the southern section of California. Well, let's talk about it. Let's do this because we were backstage. We were yammering it up. I said, let's start the show. Let's let people hear what you got to say. You had some good points, so go ahead, man. Tell them what you said.
Yeah, I just felt like how we play ball, it's there's no safety blanket. There's no check down. There used to be a day where if nothing's available, you don't throw in the triple coverage, double coverage, you throw to the check down and let them get something. Like I feel like in the first quarter, both teams are feeling each other out, seeing what they can do, seeing what they can't, seeing what's open, seeing what they can scheme, seeing what they can change, like what works, what are they going for? Are they going more inside? Okay, let's hit them outside now. It's like all the strategies of you're just trying to figure out what their tendencies are. And in that process, you hope you could kind of score or, prevent them from scoring on the way. So when you're seeing something is not working, like their guys were getting pretty much beating up our O line. So there should be some kind of quick pass or I feel like the RPO game should have been, because I feel like that would have kept them balanced because as that means you would have to respect Genty, but at the same time, they'd have to be on their toes. So they couldn't really stack because you have to watch out for the outside too. And there's with us, it's either all or nothing. We're either throwing into triple, double coverage, throwing prayer balls, just hoping to make a play. Like it worked last week. Like he was able to throw some passes up and it was cool. But this week it was, we played a better defense, like just a team that's been more together than our offense has been together. Because it was just a lot of okay, so we were saying like shout to All Aboard Raider. If you guys have seen his show where he broke down that first interception where he basically instead of hitting the gap, Tucker in the gap, he was trying to lead him upfield, but he didn't see that the safety was coming over. It broke right pretty much when he threw it. So it was just simple stuff like that, just ball placement. But after that interception, it was just, it was just throwing up, like I said, prayer balls. And there should be some kind of check down, some type of safety blanket. Like when you send, say, 2-3 receivers deep, there's got to be a shallow route either behind the linebackers, just something that if nothing, we're going to try to go deep, but if nothing's there, I'm not going to just throw a prayer. You know what I'm saying? Like you just have somebody else with, okay, if that's not there, bam, I got this on the other side. My eyes are over here, but I really want to take it over there. That's what Geno has to develop, because once like you see teams do it to us all the time. How many times did they eat us up with these short little routes? They'll just get somewhere, drop down, bam, get somewhere, because we're not tackling, we're not playing close enough, we're not putting hands on nobody. They're doing whatever they want to. But it's like we are so stubborn that we don't learn from what they do to us. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, like they were putting hands on receivers. You know what I'm saying? We're just letting them go wherever. Oh, you want to sit down there? Cool. Okay, catch the ball. Bam. Oh, let's go get him. Oh, damn, I missed the tackle. It's like, what are we doing? I know I went off on a tangent, but
No. That's why I said start live because you're gonna tangent backstage. So I'm like, shoot, save that energy for when we get on air. Yeah,
yeah.
Geno Smith was not himself. He looked. I don't know when he threw that first interception. That was the whole game right there. His expression, his face, and his body language was not the same as was last week. Granted that the Chargers defense been around a little longer and is a lot better than what he played last week.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's what he didn't adjust. He had a few passes, a few plays he could have made, but he threw the pass either too high, too low behind him, and they got tipped. If he knows how many balls got tipped in that game, most of the interceptions came off of tipped passes. You know, uh, the one play that he threw in last interception he threw to try to get Joe Myers in the end zone. I watched Thornton on the left side getting open. He didn't try that side. He just looked straight. He looked straight at Troy Myers and try to get force feed with four guys around. That's disastrous. But I don't know if he was shook up on that first interception or they didn't have it. Now, on top of that, I'm gonna say this is that the rear defense they let 20 points. The score should have been like 42 to 3 because they had all kind of opportunities. But the Reds defense did hold up. They held it in the bargain. They gave up 20 points. That one touch they got open, that was blown coverage. Should never happen, but it did. Um, I look at it like, okay, defense did their job, the best they can. Max didn't show up till late in the game. Didn't hear anything from Combs. Butler was the only one that did anything. Got that one fumble recovery.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, the offense didn't make it easy for the defense because they were on that third quarter was ridiculous. They was on the field for 3/4 of the quarter going downfield. That reminds me of last year what we did 3-and-out, and then the offense take off the other team and they just hold the ball forever and we're tired. But some things don't change. Now, also I'm gonna say this. I know it's a loss. We wanted to win. I thought we was gonna win. But the thing is that okay, y'all made a lot of mistakes in this game. That center snap to Geno was terrible. The run game was good for a minute, but then they stopped running the ball. Okay, get all these bugs out now. This is only the second game of the season. Let's get it out now. Let's not wait till week 9 and 10 where we try and figure things out. Figure them out now. Because you got to play the Commanders this weekend. I don't know if Jay Dan's going to play or not, but if he does or he doesn't, still, it'll be the same old thing again if they don't change that crap now.
Like Zamir White, like pretty decent kick returner. Not so good number 2 back. I mean, but let's reverse. I'll reverse. The line guys needs work. Like, and we keep, I heard, the Brandon Carroll thing. I'm like, bro, they're not one. Okay, a coach is not going to change a player's strength or their size. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could teach them techniques to work on the things that they're weak in, but it's not going to make a drastic, where now he's overpowering people. And no, we don't have the caliber of people. Do you see the line that we were going against for them? How big their line was? I mean, after Max was getting off the first quarter or so, and then after a while they're getting tired. You know what I'm saying? You just rushing for nothing because they're getting the ball off. They have safety blankets. They have 2. You have what's his name, McConkey and Allen, and Allen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they have it figured out. They know they could just if something's over the top, we'll take it, but we're going to chip away and just keep chipping away because they're not going to stop us. They ain't going to put hands on nobody. They're not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they're going to we don't take what they give us, but then they take full advantage of us.
Let me go ahead and read the chat right quick because people starting to come in. Okay. We got Mr. Sacktown Mike in the building. What's up, Sacktown?
Sacktown.
Where's the flag? What's up? Where's the flags in the building? OKC fans here. Hey man, thanks for joining us last night. That was fun for you, not for us. Let's see. He said we got Joseph Duran. It's been a while it's been like that for a cool minute, fam. Every team be throwing all over the Raiders. Yeah, that's one thing they got to fix.
Yeah.
Then my man here, Yup, said Raiders still suck. Yeah, that game, they sure did. You're absolutely right about that. You can't argue with you.
Yeah. Defense.
Cider's in the building. Cider, what's up, brother? What's up? Mo Val is joining us tonight, too. Mo Val, Raiders Nation. And then this guy right here, I don't know how he got in here. Jason Downs here somewhere.
J Down.
Yeah. Yeah. I was upset last night, but I wasn't really too mad because, like I said, it's the second game of the season. We want that win. We want to be 2-0, but we're 1-1. We're not 0-2 at least. They made mistakes. Now it's up to the coaching staff and the trainers to fix everything they did wrong. Because remember now, we didn't have JPJ there and they had the guard position either. We had Copper. Parham was getting what word am I looking for? Yeah, he was getting. That was it. He's basically getting bitch slapped. I'm gonna say this. He was getting all pushed all over the place.
Tossing him out there.
I thought Parham got a little better, but he put the weight up, but still not better.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Sam talking? Salute Jason and Chris. When this Sunday will make us feel a little better. Yeah, a little better.
Yeah. In fact, actually a lot better. Because 2-1 going into the game with Chicago, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think we're in good shape.
And that's a home game. Yeah. So they better play good at home. This last game stunk.
Yeah.
This a couple of days before, Crawford making history, and Reds coming there and stink the whole Allegiant Stadium back up. It's like, Jesus, guys, come on now.
We get the Canelo treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
great. Right. But there's a few things I saw that didn't know what was going on. Geno wasn't in rhythm. He's forcing the ball, like you said, down the field, still up in the air. And you got to remember, the Chargers have a pretty good defense. It wasn't going to be like they played the Patriots. That defense still kind of new too, like we are.
Yeah.
But I thought he thought he could get away with that. No. Another thing, Brock Bowers couldn't. He threw balls to Brock Bowers where he would normally catch.
Yeah.
High. He could not get off the ground. That knee would not allow him to jump his normal height. If you watch that end zone try, you can see he jumped off of one leg.
Yeah.
He couldn't get the lift.
We're going to murder him. We're going to, hurt his career just trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I would have rathered him not, especially the way we lost that game. I mean, we got 3 field goals. So, I mean, and that's with him there. So, I would have just rathered him not. And then maybe somebody else could have stepped up. Maybe somebody healthy could have made a play. Playing, I respect it, but I mean, we need him. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's like Max. That's like one of the Maxes of the other side. You know what I'm saying? We definitely need him because he's different. He's a hybrid. He's tight end / wide receiver. We need his speed. We need those knees. We need those legs. And it's just so what I didn't like too is how Chip kind of schemed up. So if your line, no, sorry, I'm not gonna say trash. I'm gonna say if your line is not holding up too well, why would you try to extend the field with long plays? You know what I'm saying? Like if your guys can barely hold and your quarterback has to rush throws where the wide receivers haven't beat the DBs yet. They haven't even got to their break yet. And he's just chucking it up, just hoping, and it's like, you can't do that. So knowing that, why don't you, send people in different directions? Why are you sending everyone deep? Everyone's just going to cover. And then whatever safety or DBs in that area can come clean it up. Why don't you stretch and then hit underneath? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I don't get what the plan was, because we weren't that far out that we had to do all that crazy. I felt like when you're down by 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and you're just trying to keep yourself in the game and you're just chucking up, that we weren't that damn desperate. We could have still ran the ball, been smart. But I like I say about the second running back, we need something else. He's not a good compliment to Genty. I mean, if anything, he's kind of this. I mean, now he's not the same back, but he's not the compliment. He's not the receiving back. He's not the shifty. No. And it's like, that's what we need because they know just to go downhill and tackle him. That he's not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything crazy. And we need
Yeah,
somebody that's going to shake people, leap. Like we need that.
I saw, especially when I started watching the game, they put Spear back there on 3rd down and 1. And I saw your face, and like,
that pissed me off. That really did. Because I'm like, why?
I thought you were going to break your teeth, your monitor. I was like, what the hell? What they put him in for that?
Man, anything but that. I would have rather them do an end around, like say fake to him, end around, bam. If you're gonna do something crazy, I would never trust him. You know what I mean? Sorry, but I would never trust him with 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, none of that.
Nope.
No.
He has one move straight ahead. That's all he does.
Yeah, and for a defender, that's easy. Just run into him.
Just go straight.
Just go his direction. He ain't gonna go nowhere.
Yeah, he's not gonna cut. He's not gonna cut back on you. He's not gonna cut. No, he's just gonna go straight. That's why I was surprised they didn't bring up Chris Collier because Mozart was a healthy scratch. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. Might be family problems or something. Usually the case. He wasn't injured. Well, bring up Chris Collier. He did good in the pieces. I trust him more on 3rd down 1 than I trust this guy. Yeah. I was almost ready to call him Zeus again, but not taking that back. That's it. Never call him Zeus again.
Yeah. Even Lave shows some little spark because that's the thing. All it takes is somebody to come and hit somebody hard. You know what I'm saying? Like add a little spark. And then it wakes the team up. And then you know what I'm saying? We match that energy. But it was like nobody stepped up last night
because Geno didn't have no energy at all. They made a couple of good plays, but that was it. Nothing else. Nothing fancy. Getting the red zone, can't score a touchdown. This the same old Raiders of old. What plays are you calling? Why are you throwing the ball up and getting a pick? It's just so many things. Like the one of the Raider fans are not showing up to Legion Stadium. We're gonna see crap like that on the field at our home games, and why go? I might sit home, watch it on TV where I'm comfortable, have food in the refrigerator, and then it costs me $1,000.
Yeah,
they want to get that stadium back to being all silver and black. They didn't start them goddamn games, and their next game against Chicago is the one they need to take care of. I don't care how they do it. I don't care if it's ugly. I don't care if it's a blowout. We got to come on. We got to come up on the winning end.
You know why I said that this game would pretty much show us like these first 2 games because first game was against a team that we should beat. Second game was a team that's been beating us for a while. So it was, if we could win those 2 games, then that means we're not the same old Raiders. But like I said, last night we are still in this position, but we're not that far because if we fix this line, and I don't care if we got to trade, because it's not like we got to trade for the whole line. It's just certain things have to change. Like Parnham, we could all agree that we need somebody else.
Yeah, because he was struggling last night. Glaze was too. Be honest with you, Glaze was having a hard time too.
Now they hyped us up on Glaze last year when he got in, right? And like, for someone that wasn't supposed to start and he did start, he did cool. But I was trying to think who the hell was that? We talked about a couple weeks ago, but it was the same thing. Like to us, he's a good player and stuff like that. But anywhere else, he'd be a backup. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know we love our guys, but we have to get the talent. Because some of these guys are just here because they were 5th round, 6th round. We had to get alignment, so we got that person. We fall in love with these people, but we have to get true talent, size, nastiness. Stop these nice gentlemen at the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was ready to shake his hand. Said, "You still playing the diamond? Get your hand back."
Man, I was like, "What are you shaking hands for right now?"
You guys still in the game. You do it after the game when you guys go have a beer after the game. No, we don't shake hands during the game.
Damn friend.
No,
you think he give a damn about you and your family?
If me and you, Jason, I'm on one team and you another team, man, and we're playing against each other, I'm trying to take your head off. Yeah, but after the game, say, "Hey, dude, let's go have a beer."
But I'm not Phil. You think I'm gonna let you get the best of me? No. I'm trying to give you the business all day.
Yeah, Washington is kind of game. Yeah, but we're talking about the next home game for the Raiders.
Yeah, I think I'm, you know, I'm over it, you know, for this, but it was just sloppy. We cannot do that and expect to make the playoffs, like be a playoff team, you know, because I know it's one game, I know, but it happened. So if we wouldn't be talking about it if it went the other way. If it
And
was
Sam,
20, mhm.
go. Sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, you know, if it was 29 Raiders, then we wouldn't be talking about that. We'd be like, damn, Geno threw 3 picks, but hey, we won though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was just sloppy. And it is the line. We do, and it's just giving a second more, like a little nanosecond more. That's it. So we just need to bulk up a little bit, get nasty in this line. You know, like JPJ's attitude and that just size like 343, you know what I'm saying, whatever we got to do just to push people around. There's nothing, we can't get 3rd and 1s and 4th and 1s when we're getting pushed back, you know what I'm saying. That just, it doesn't work like that, you know. You got, I mean, and most of these rushers now are speed rushers, you know what I'm saying. So that's where it's time for us to flip and go to that power game.
Yeah, I agree with Sam talking. Meredith needs to work on snapping the ball. This snaps. That's what I was talking about earlier backstage. Them balls are going behind them, over here, and there's things. Because one thing when they're a shotgun, the ball get to the quarterback fast and on the snap like get there. Because a lot of those plays are timing plays. The receiver got so much time to get open because you don't get barely 3 seconds in the backfield anyway. But the ball's taking 5 years to get to the quarterback. Man, defense already gets set. They already see what the plays developing, and it was just like, my God, his butt with the ball twice. I mean, what are you doing? You know, I would have put the other guy kind of putting him in there, backup center, say put him in there, see what he can do, because this is ridiculous, and I'm sure they're gonna work on it. And I know a couple of guys in chat say fired. What's his name? Carroll's son.
Yeah,
Oh,
a coaching change won't change our size. It won't change that we're small, that we're getting pushed around. Like if you look at the difference in their offensive line and ours, you know what I'm saying? Like we were just lucky they didn't break a lot of runs because we did. That was one thing. The one thing we can't say we did is
yeah,
at least control the run,
we
and we,
did.
you know, what I mean, we contained because, like, I mean, those were two hefty backs that we had, that, you know what I'm saying, that we had to contain. And, you know, did a damn good job of it. And I wish we had what they had. Two back, because I mean, if they use that right, if they, because they're having line problems too, so theirs isn't looking as good either as it could be. But you know what I'm saying. But they're close. They're a couple years away too from being, you know what I'm saying, to be consistently, you know what I'm saying, a problem too. But we are too. You know, it's just now we have the weapons. Now we can invest in this line. You know what I'm saying? Like if we want to win now, we got to start looking at these other teams, like looking at these sorry teams with good linemen. You know what I'm saying? Like if Owen whatever, let's make a move because it means way more to us than it does to them. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bengals, like say if they go, you know what I'm saying, since Burrow's gone, and say they, you know, whatever their best lineman, let's trade for them, you know, and then bulk up our line because that opens it up for Genty. That protects Geno. That gives him more time where he doesn't have to make those crazy mistakes. But it has to be fixed. But I always say it's year one. So I mean, I know we want it all fixed, but I'm pretty sure they see it too.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
ain't like they don't see it too. They can only do so much with what they got. But I know they don't want to give hella draft picks. So I know that, you know, we could easily say, oh, well, let's just trade. We could just trade four picks and get four, you know what I'm saying? But no, it doesn't work like that because then we'll be stuck at the, you know, when the new season. So
That's not how spy tech works. You know, you don't like giving draft picks for something
mhm.
that might not work. Um, yeah, Frank, right? You're right. Lalo looked good. The defense actually did a great job. It's just that one catch that was Blue. That was Kelly's fault. That one big catch. Well, from that, it was still a close game. But that just broke the back. But other than that, they only scored 3 points in the second half. That's it. We
Yeah.
shut them down like we shut down New England last week. We shut them down in the second half. You know, couldn't get anything going. They held the ball for a long time, but they didn't get any points besides
Yeah.
a field goal. So defense did what they had to do. It's the offense couldn't get it going. You know, keep getting the ball back to them. You know, this is that's that's not going to work. You got defense also got to be on the same page. We got the ball, you got to score a touchdown. Okay, got the ball for you, go score a touchdown or get some points, not field goal. Excuse me. Hey, what's up, Wayne?
Yeah. And there was a point where we could have took the field goal, and then we ended up getting the ball back, and we could have scored a touchdown or a 2-point conversion, tied it back up. You know what I'm saying? We got to take points. Like, we act like sometimes that we're not going to get the ball back, and we have a great defense. I'm sorry to put the grade on it, but you know what I'm saying? We have a good enough defense to get us the ball back.
Yeah, I would say good enough defense. Well, yeah, they said they held them down because they was scoring us early, like wasn't nothing. But second half we buttoned down, and they couldn't get any more but a field goal. So defense did their job. It's the offense that needs some work. And like I said, Pete Carroll and them, everybody see it. Chip Kelly, all of them see it. They know what they got to do. What they're going to do, we don't know yet. But we'll find out. We find out next Sunday when they go against Washington Commanders, which might not have Jaden on there.
Yeah,
Jaden Daniels. But if anything, he gonna want to play against the Raiders because he wanted to be a Raider. So he's gonna try to play it so he makes sure he gets some revenge on us. Because you said you should have drafted me. Well, we couldn't because Washington would give you up. So,
piano man, still good game.
I mean, Genty had some good runs, and then he stopped running. I said, "Why you guys stop running?" Jeez.
Yeah. See, I felt like, remember how they used to say AOC would stop the rhythm of the game? I felt like that's kind of what they kind of gave up a little bit early with early.
Well, Cat got your keyboard. Can't hear you. I think the cat shut him down.
There we go. I think I'm back.
Your cat.
Trying to put me out of business.
Yeah. He says, "Pay attention to me, man. No more."
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, I'm important too." Yeah, but yeah, like I hope he heals quickly after, but he has to miss the Raider game, of course. But I hope he gets all the way back, healthy as hell. But yeah, I just hope he's not well enough to return, and they don't want to risk it because he's young. And I hope they just give him a game and they trust Marcus Mariota. He's a veteran. He's a dual threat quarterback, and he's led a team before, so they feel confident. And then we smash all over him.
Well, like I said, it depends on the severity of Jaden Daniels' injury. He will probably want to play. I know that. Because he said, "You didn't draft me, so I'm going to beat you guys." Yeah, okay, whatever.
I'm going to ask Let me see. I'm going to ask Will and Jaden Daniels play. Whoops. Against Raiders. The Raiders.
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty game. A lot of mistakes. They just couldn't cover. I don't know. I was disappointed. Well, I'm not pissed off because, like I said, I'm not glad they lost. I'm glad all the mistakes happened early in the season, where they can fix it and adjust it. Because if it happened like week 13 or 14, when it's like that playoff push time and all that crap started happening, then we worried. Is the Raiders going to the playoffs? Not looking like that. They're not going to no playoffs. I'll tell you that for now. I was hoping they win 10 games, but now I'm about to change that to 7 just because I don't know them. But we never know what when we could practice and changing things around could change everything. Geno did take credit, did take responsibility for that. He looked dejected, but he took credit. Like, yeah, it was on you. That's all. It's on you and that snapper we had.
So who on our practice squad do we bring up that'll help this offense?
Who on practice squad we can bring up?
Yeah, like lineman, anybody. Who do you? I mean, is there anybody you think that should be starting?
Hold on, man. Let me pull that up. Yeah, one thing could have brought in Chris Collier. That's what they could have did. Shit.
That's what I was thinking more of the running back. Like we need to shake it up. Like something needs to change. Where I like Lobby's energy. Like I said, sometimes it's not all about talent and all that. Like sometimes you can just come, bring that energy, And I feel like he kind of kicks it up a notch when he gets in the game. So, like I said, I like Zamir with the kick return because I feel like if he gets up to a certain speed, I feel like he is like a little bowling ball, but he just can't do that as a running back. He doesn't, he can't build up that kind of speed at 2 point, per run. Sorry. Shout out to Irish Led, man. Good to see you.
Booker was a no-show.
And it was 4-13, by the way. But, who's counting?
Let's see. Yeah, they get about Chris Collier up. Receivers. Now I don't see a receiver. We don't have no linemen on the practice squad. None. Besides Dalton Wagner.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. They don't have no offensive linemen on practice squad. So what they got on their team, that's what they got. Besides Dalton Wagner.
Yeah. And I think it's not just what I think our run scheme is so basic too. Because what's his name? Genty. Remember the run? Genty had a good run. He could have scored, man, if Jacoby had got to get the dang block. If he had just gotten away, you know what I mean? But the dude missed him all the way and then tackled Genty. But I feel like there should be misdirection. Like we didn't start motioning again. Like, we did a couple times in the first quarter where we motioned out, and then but after that we just ran the play. We just ran up there, ran the play. No, we didn't set no motions, no confusion. They was just like, vanilla. Just straight, and I feel like you see good teams do that. You see Philly do that. You see back when they were good, the Chiefs. Chiefs do it all the time. Motion people out, in, see, and it works. Like you send people and then just you pick them apart. You make the defense move. If you don't make the defense move, they can just sit in one spot and just wait for you to, but you have to make them move from their comfortable position. Move from that set position. That's why you move your receivers to see who's tracking who. If it's zone, is it man? You know what I'm saying? Just to see. And then if it's man, you should have your go-to. And it's like we don't have a go-to. Brock was our go-to. You know what I'm saying? And like Brock was not himself. And that hurt me to see him out there trying to kill himself, trying to do it when somebody else should have stepped up, knowing damn well that man was playing on one leg. You know what I'm saying? And it was like we couldn't, all around. We did a, not too good job. We didn't get the job done, but
Salute to Myra G's in the building. Hey, fellas, we missed you in Vegas this last weekend. Yeah, I wasn't coming up there. I wish I could have. But yeah.
yeah.
Because like I said, Brock Bauer wasn't the same. He was not 100%. He was probably barely 70%. Because some of the balls that Geno threw to him, he could have caught. He usually catch those. He usually get up and off the ground and catch them. Now, he's not a Michael Jordan or anything like that, but he can jump high. A couple times he jumped off one leg. So look, jump one leg, you don't get high as you jump off two legs.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers are a year ahead of us for us having to completely revamp the defense. Yeah, I get that. The Chargers are a more veteran team than we are. Yeah, because they play against, most of them played against last year. This team pretty much a whole new team. It's not rebuilt, but it's a whole new lot of players on there.
Yeah, and just out of just to make everybody feel better. So, like I said, Khalil Mack's already hurt. Derwin James will be hurt by then. The next time we play him, everybody will be hurt pretty much by the time we play him again. So we will smack them the second time. You know what I'm saying?
We were in the game until the interception started happening. So it wasn't like we didn't get our butts kicked. We didn't get blown out. It wasn't like 43-13, although it could have been that score, but it wasn't. We was in the game all the way to the end. I'm tired of seeing people crying about this loss. It's like, yeah, learn lesson. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I wasn't crying. I wasn't throwing my shoes at the TV. I thought we could win that game. I said I had my doubts, but I gave a score prediction. I was like, yeah, if they're gonna win, that's the kind of score they got to get. But they come out that way. They looked flat. They looked
Yeah.
no energy was there. It's like somebody sucked the energy out the building.
I see. I don't. That's why I don't kind of like our. I love 10 o'clock games, to be honest, because it's you don't have to wait for the second for the first game. Like the 1 o'clock games, I feel like I don't. I hate that. It's I like when my energy is at its best when I wake up and I'm in my zone. That's why I say like 10 o'clock would be perfect because it's you get your first game, you get it out the way, all that energy. You don't have to hold that for hours and hours and hours and try to keep yourself calm because that can be exhausting too. You get yourself hyped up. Have you ever got yourself so hyped up and then it kind of wears on your energy while you're playing and all this kind of stuff? Like I've kind of done that where I was doing
Well,
too
I
much
know sometimes,
pregame and all that.
yeah, you tell me too pumped up, and then by the time game started, everything starts, you
Yeah,
tired
I
now
was
because you
yeah, I
wasted
was
all that
playing.
energy. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know that. I know that it is.
yeah, like we need to because that what we put on the field like what my vision for this team is that we will have a three-headed monster at running back, and then if we have to we could just run all day. Like we'll get so many good yards, but with this line we cannot it's not consistent. Like they may first down they may be cool, they may have gave it everything they had, and then second and third down they don't have that energy because they're worn out because they gave everything physically that they can do because they're not superhuman. These aren't first round picks. These aren't, what I'm saying, like high round picks. We have one, what I'm saying? We have JPJ, which was a high pick. And it's like, but everybody else was
Colt
not.
Miller.
So,
Colt Miller's pick. Colt
oh, I
Miller's
mean,
pick.
yeah, Colt Miller, of course. But yeah, everybody else, we're expecting them to be this Pro Bowl line, but they're not. They're not. We haven't been able, we couldn't afford to draft linemen high, which we probably should have. I think was that transplant that was saying that yeah, I think that was him that was saying basically that's why we should have got Membu and the linemen now and not went out for the weapons. And I'm weapons. I'm always say get the weapons because I mean with weapons you can't really go wrong. You know what to fix after you get the weapons. That's easy. But sometimes I don't know. I don't.
Well,
I don't like getting high draft picks of linemen because I feel like you could get a game changer. You know what I'm saying? Like a playmaker. And it's a boring pick. I know that's necessary, but I like a game changer, like a Tyreek Hill back when he was, when he
but
first was.
it's thinking, we got Member, we only got Bowers. And we
Yeah,
got Bowers fit. I already had
yeah,
Bowers Member. I know
yeah.
Member will probably be good. I'm not doubting that.
Mm.
But we wouldn't have Bowers. Bowers had a great year last year. This year he started out pretty good. It's just that little injury kind of setting him back. Probably won't be good for another 3-4 weeks back to himself. So what they got to do is just not play him so much. But like I said, if the weapons are there in the draft and you got the pick to get that weapons now because they won't be there. They might not come around again for years. Get the weapons. Get them. Linemen, you can get a lineman. There's a lot of linemen out there you can get. You got to pick the right one that fit your team and your needs. Because we got two last year at the end of the draft. They're not going to play. They're projects, which I like. All right, no, don't put them out there and then they break their confidence up. So that's what they're doing. They said you just sit, learn, watch. Well, Richard Rich
I
can't
was
go
about to say that's
can't go
impossible.
three if you do your math. They're 1-1. So
Yeah,
maybe next year you talking about, or last year, yeah, but not this year.
yeah.
Hey, what's up, Patrick? How you doing? Raiders.
Raiders. Yeah, no Eckler, like you said too. No Eckler, no. Hopefully, Jaden Daniels. Hey, man, knee injury. So I think if they were smart, but they are the Commanders. But if they're smart, they would rest him
Well, they're
because
smarter now. They're smarter now. They're like the old Redskins Commanders.
yeah, what I'm saying. Like shout out to everybody in the chat too. A lot of new names, a lot of new faces.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. If you like what you see, man, hopefully you do. Just like subscribe to me. I'm Chris for Raiders at the bottom. Hi. And the top is Raid Nation Jason. We're both streaming live from our channels. Hit the likes and subscribe buttons. Help our algorithms out because I keep telling you, we're getting close to that 500 now. We'll have a giveaway. I'm telling you. I'm like
Sorry.
100. I don't know. I can't do math right now. 157 away. So help me out. Get that me that 500.
Yeah. So everybody new, man, subscribe. It's your chance. Subscribe to, Chris. Help him get that mark, man. Help him get them numbers up.
Is it? Yeah, no, yeah, I know. 0-3, because usually the old Raiders, yeah, you can say that they've been true. So that's math is bad. 1-2, maybe not, maybe 2-1. We gotta see if they change things.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Yeah, and we're straight shooter. We call it how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not gonna sugarcoat and all that kind of stuff. Especially as the season is already in full effect. Like this is week 2. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take that as a compliment / insult. I don't know what he's thinking, but thanks. thanks for stopping by anyway. We don't care if you're a fan of not the Raiders, man. If you want to come in and talk, we can talk. I'm not one of those guys that I'm not a Raider fan, get off my station. I don't care. Cause we got a lot of fans of other teams, and if you come in and say Raiders suck, yeah, they have been sucked for a while, so you're not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I say. If we can bounce back, which we can, I mean, it's all kind of pointing our way, with the injuries there kind of stacking up, and I don't see Pete having another performance like this. They're gonna shore up the things that went wrong. Like with Chip Kelly, he's got to simplify this. He can't whatever, I'm sure he wants to be the genius, and last night he probably wanted to show out, but you got to play to the strength of your team. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see they're getting to your quarterback, make it easy on your quarterback. Give him some outlets. Spread the defense out, man. You know what I'm saying? Spread the defense out. Let the team breathe. Let the team do what they do. We got speed. Spread these guys out. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were doing to us. They know we're not built to stop 5 receivers, 4 receivers. They can just pick us apart. You know what I'm saying? So do it. I feel like sometimes we have sympathy. Like it's like we have more sympathy for them than they have for us. They hate our guts with a passion, and we're shaking hands mid-game. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be buddy.
Patrick, we just talked about that. What do you think about Pete Carroll limiting Gentry on touches and using White to split the carries? I don't like it at all. They should have brought Chris Collier up from the practice squad. He runs way better than White does. Way better. He can cut. He's not a small guy neither. He's about 220 pounds or 215, something like that. He's not a small guy, so he's a big guy. And he can cut. He can move. He can catch too. White's one-dimensional. Straight ahead. That's it.
You know why? See, the strategy of the game of football, why I say the 3-headed monster, you want a steady dose. You want 3 different backs to do 3 different things. Like when we had Jalen, when we had what's his name, Washington and Josh. I like how we had the 3-headed monster, because every back you couldn't just say, oh, he's just gonna rush up the middle, or oh, you gotta, it changes how you defend them. You know what I mean? No matter what, you have to respect what they do. So we don't. Okay, a lot of players don't, especially DBs. DBs don't like running plays because they don't like tackling. They don't like getting in the piles and all that. They don't like getting dirty. So you'll see them backpedaling. When the real dirty stuff's going on. But that's what if we had
let me cut you off. All right, that's still a Raider. It's not get off my lawn. Remember I told that artificial turf. Get off my turf. Like, I'm sorry to cut you off. Just fun.
No,
It's the Raider. It's Lou, my 2 cents. Thanks for coming in, guys. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna cut you off. I just had the sun.
No, it's good. Like if you're serving like a 3-headed monster, of course you got to have the line too. But if you're just serving a steady dose of 3, your 3-headed monster, you wear these teams out, and it's easier to hit them over the top after that. because their bodies are going to be just from being in them piles, because a lot of nasty stuff goes in on those piles. That's what I say. Like but we don't have that dose yet. That's why when I heard that Mostert was a healthy scratch, I'm like, that's crazy,
Yeah, that's
because
it. It's at the
we
scratch.
need that. We need
Bring up
that
somebody
balance.
else. Bring up
Yeah,
somebody else. Bring Chris Collar. Bring him up in the fold. I mean,
yeah,
Lobby did what he did. I mean, I'm not mad at it. At least he held on to the ball. He didn't drop it. You
yeah,
know, okay, bring in Mostert because I'm not Mostert. Collier.
yeah,
You saw what he did in the preseason. Bring
yeah.
him in. I mean,
Like,
he ran against the threes and fours. So what? He's still running against professional football players.
yeah. Like if you have see, I believe in communication. I believe like if you're running an offense, like how I would just think that you would make players have to make a decision, left or right. You know what I'm saying? Like you, and then wherever you go, you know where I'm going. But it's like we don't make teams make decisions, and it's like our wide receivers are. I mean, Jacoby does it. You know how I liked Renfro for this. Renfro never stops moving. Like
No.
he is always fighting towards getting open and getting coming towards the quarterback. I hate when wide receivers go away from the quarterback. Bro, go be an easy target for your quarterback. He give him something he can see. Let him see your numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't run farther away. Run up to, you know what I'm saying? That's what other teams do to us. They'll
Yeah, I
run
noticed it because
towards.
when Geno was scrambling, nobody ran up to him.
Mhm,
So he like talking about Renfro. He's a man perpetual motion. He never stopped moving. Um,
mhm.
I did just try to Tucker like that because I know Tucker was not going deep. He was all inside, like doing that. I said, "What? Why is one of the fastest men on the team that's on the inside?"
He's
No,
got to be the safety blanket. I would love for Tucker to be the one that they forget about. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you got when Bowers is healthy, it's beautiful because you got him, Myers, that you have to respect that they can get loose and they can do damage. But like a Besh or whatchamacallit, Tucker would be a good safety blanket. Like when they forget about, say, if everything deep isn't okay, bam, cut across field. I'm gonna just hit you and just stay in motion. Just I'm gonna hit you in stride so you just to get loose. But we gotta have something,
there
you
was no
know.
check down. There was none.
Yeah,
No,
none.
he's like you said. The play went to that, and that's what he's going to throw it to.
Mm-hmm. And there's
I
got to
don't
be.
know, man. I said maybe he's setting up something. Maybe they're trying different things. I don't know because the Stars didn't have a preseason. But it's no excuse. It's still no excuse. No excuse for that lousy behavior last night. Lousy. Um, I'm sure their practice right now. I'm probably going over well, not now, but I'm sure their practice going over some things that need to fix. Like I said, getting Meredith out that center position, put Putnam in for right now to see what he can do. Since you're not gonna put JBJ at that position, put in the backup guy because that was horrific hiking. Now, God, I like, dude. Like I said, I don't know. You never played quarterback. It's a time. It's all time and rhythm. Hike, ball's back there already. You ready to get rid of the ball, but not hike, and you got to go find the ball. I mean, geez, by the time you got the ball, the defense are in the backfield already. You know, but we'll see how they do it. They want to be. This is about Meredith thing. Okay, we're not going to win any more line scrimmage games with him doing that. Now, Geno's going to be sacked. There's going to be some interceptions, and we're going to be 1-16 this year. If that persists, if they don't change it or make it better, because everything starts in the trenches, the line of scrimmage. Everything starts there. If that's not working, your team ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, and I like Genty. Like Genty's not a bad back at all. Like I love what he's bringing to the game. We just need two. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those where we need two of these because it's like we don't want to wear him out. Yes, he can be. And the thing about it, he's not a soft back. He's a beast. You know what I'm saying? But we're protecting him a little bit. You know what I mean? But I understand why, because while we don't have a line, we're not trying to get. You don't want to ruin him before we actually get a line, because we don't want him all beat up by the time we get a line and he's half the back that he was. So, I get it. They're trying to, save him. But like I said, they see this. They see it. They're just hoping that it's not as bad, that they can win, enough games.
Yeah, I mean, Pete
They,
Carroll
they
say
stop
Pete
it.
Carroll say he likes Samir White. Samir White been for 3 goddamn years ain't this shit yet. Look at this last year, and you still like him? Well, because he's a big back. Yeah, he might be. Now, I'm gonna give him credit. He was good on blocking on the blocks. Pass protect. He was good on that.
Yeah.
It was a real fake is not allowed. That's a cool name. We need to fix Austin Light. Yeah, we do. Definitely, that's the main thing.
Yeah. And it's it's everything. It's not just the guards, it's the tackles too. It's just these guys are players that we got, like Glaze. Glaze was the last decent tackle left on the board at that pick. You know what I'm saying? So we pulled the trigger on that pick. It's not saying that he's one of the top 10 in the league or anything like that. It was just the best at that option. And it's not saying that we can't upgrade over him. We can always, man, we just haven't been in that position to upgrade because we've needed everything. So it's like we're not going to get a line if we don't even have nobody to throw it to, or we don't have nobody to run.
There we go. But there's no apologies today, man. We all felt the pain last night, man. So ain't no big thing. I understand. Hey, Chewy, welcome. Here's now we're the Cover 3 show. Welcome,
What's
Chewy.
cracking, man?
Welcome. What's up? Now, don't worry about it, Bueno. I mean, we all felt the pain. We saw it. We watched it. I was like, oh my God, here we go again. So yeah, frustration, pissed off.
Yeah. Hey, I see my boy Chewy on the rant, man. Hey, I know you want to get off. Let him have it. Let him know.
Yeah, man. I mean, fuck. We all expected a lot more than just the hype that's been going on off season and all that shit. And my biggest thing is like when you draft a running back at the caliber that this guy has, like why is he not getting more attempts? You know what I mean? I mean, we see what he does when he runs the ball. I mean, give him a couple more and he's probably gonna hit a big one. Like that's what was kind of getting me the whole time. And not only that, man, but the offensive line, bro. They need a lot of work. I mean, the Meredith, I mean, I don't know what the fuck he was. I don't know if you guys watched his snaps, dude, but his
Oh,
snaps
we
are not
all did.
accurate. Dude, they're not.
Accelerator was talking about that all last night, man. He was fanatic about that. Like, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, dude. Like watching that shit, I'm like, okay, so you're telling me you guys put this guy over JPJ? You know what I mean? I'm not questioning Chip Kelly or Pete Carroll, but it's just like if I like this is simple shit. You know what I mean? You got a great running back. Like if we look, bro, Saquon's getting 20 attempts. Derrick Henry's getting 20 attempts. You know what I mean? Like those caliber running backs are getting a lot of attempts, and we got a guy that is potentially there, and this motherfucker's getting 10 snaps a game, or you know what I mean? Like it's not nearly enough.
But like I said, right, the snaps during the entire game. Like I was saying, those snaps are got to be there crisp and on time. Because I said a lot of these plays are time basis. Because when the quarterback's he's going to hand off real quick or he's going to set up a pass. If the ball's taking forever to get there or he hit the ground or he got to reach back and grab it or jump in the air and grab it, that throws the whole timing off. That gives defense time to set up. That they see, they're going to do this. So they set up. They won the whole game.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. You know what I mean? Defense, we already know how the secondary is, you know what I mean? But the fourth quarter, I mean, dude, they gave us a lot of chances. They gave Geno Smith an offense a few chances to kind of come back and do their thing, bro. But it's like, I don't know. I saw Geno make some crazy fucking throws, you know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, what the hell was going on? Because we seen what happened with Geno with the interceptions in Seattle. What he does with the bad offensive line, bro. And it's like we cannot give him a bad offensive line because we're going to get the same result.
Exactly. Yeah, Geno trying to force that ball in there, and hopefully the guys make a miracle catch. But you can't throw to a guy in end zone with 4 guys around him. So that's something you shouldn't do. And there's one interception or almost an interception where he was run to the side, and they're like, dude, just keep running. Go get the first down. Throw it, and it's incomplete, and we got to punt. Like, those are the things that you got to stop doing.
Yeah. Whatever defense they were pretty much stifling us with. I hope. I mean, my guess is that they're going to learn a lot from this because how they covered us was crazy. And then if we can counter that, because that's the thing. JT said it earlier. He says, a lot of people talk about like when bad things happen, burn the tape. And really, I never really believed in that. Like, yeah, it's cool to forget about some stuff, like stuff that don't matter, like street balls, stuff like that. But like in these scenarios, tape matters. Like, because you're never going to learn off your mistakes if you don't realize what you did wrong, because you have to take responsibility of your, whatever your assignment was. And if you're failing and you're the reason, you can't go repeat that and just be like, well, shit, it don't matter. I'm just gonna do my thing again next week. No, you got to be like, okay, I messed up, bro. I was out of position. I was jumping stuff. I was seeing ghosts, whatever it was. But you have to fix that.
Mark, I was doing. Yeah, I mean, burn tape. No, they got to watch that tape like over and over again and pick up key mistakes. We saw the mistakes live, so they have to see it too. So they got to watch that tape and correct what went wrong. There's a few things that went wrong. Like I said, that touchdown was Kelly Blue's fault, or Blue Kelly.
Oh yeah.
He instead of staying with the outside guy, he tried to go inside where they had guys there. That's why he got open like he did. And was it Chen? No, Paul couldn't catch up to him fast enough.
Chen. Yeah, because Chen was like, he was trying. There was one where he was trying to change the play, or he was like, trying to communicate, and they pretty much Herbert hiked it, and then he was out of position because he was coming up to the line to try to change, and then the whoever the receiver.
I think it was Paul. It was Paul. It was Paul. It wasn't Chen. It was Paul. That touchdown. Yeah, I think it was Paul.
Oh, that's a different play then. Yeah, because there was
one
where
that 60-yard touchdown bomb. That was Blue Kelly's fault.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said
they lobbed that right over his head
instead of staying with the other guy because Paul was opposition. He was on the other side of the field. That's why he got so
that. But I mean, and even the way like the defensive line was struggling to kind of get it down. You know what I mean? Like I seen how they weren't ready for the play call or something. The way they were shifting around, it was like, dude, these guys are like, they got something going on, man.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong though. The defense did only hold them to 3 points after the second half, which is great. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's good shit right there. Like that's what you want. But just the way the offense couldn't capitalize, bro. I mean, we honestly could have won that game.
Yeah, we get a turnover and they go 3-and-out. Yeah, they had many opportunities to turn the game around, but they just couldn't do it.
Bro, he literally threw it right to Pratt in his hands.
Yeah.
Literally in his hands. And I don't know how. I mean, everyone's dropped ball passes and stuff like that, but like, bro, it was like, you get, it was like, you know what I mean? Like he's like,
that's why Pratt plays linebacker and not slot receiver. That's the reason behind that.
Yeah.
It just that ball had too much heat on it. I think it came too fast.
I mean, it felt like he caught it and then he dropped, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what? Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, that would have been that would have been good too, man, because that was
that could have changed the
red zone, I believe, like right on the red zone. So that would have been a good come up right there. Yeah. But I mean, even the chances we did give him, bro, with the Crosby and all the shit that happened, is like for us to not go out there and capitalize on that. And the thing is, too, it's like we got a fourth round guy out there starting at wide receiver for us, Dante Thornton.
Yeah, and he was open too.
You think a fucking fourth round wide receiver is the answer, dog, to go out there and start some games? Yeah. And then that's the thing I don't get, bro. It's like we gotta. And that's why I was so not happy, but I was glad when we grabbed Amari Cooper because it was like, all right, there's another vet in there. So, you know what I mean? Now we're dependent on Jack Besh, who's round 2, and he ain't done shit. And we're dependent on a fourth round wide receiver who, don't get me wrong, he's good, but it's like we can't go in there and expect these guys to ball out, dude, on their first year, the fourth round pick. Not gonna happen.
Well, that's true. But like I said, that play through the Myers and end zone, they got picked. Thornton was breaking open. If either way, like a half second later, I don't know if he had that much time, but he was breaking open on the left side.
What's his name, bro? He broke that all aboard Raider. Shout to him. He broke that down too. That when what's his name threw the pass, Derwin James wasn't looking. You know what I'm saying? So, but right at the last minute, he looked and his flick put it in the damn other corner's hands. You know what I'm saying? But it was a smart. I got it, but he should have been a little sooner with the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like if he was, it would have been better because I see sometimes you know when you're trying to throw and you want to throw a touchdown. I get it. You want to throw a touchdown, but sometimes if you got to put it on the 1 or the 3, that's cool too. I'm good with that because we have a back that could get the damn ball in from the 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, so sometimes I swear it's like we go all like I know we're in Vegas, but we can't go just crap. You know, we can't crap out. We can't just go all in and then get nothing. We got to get something. You know what I'm saying? So like it just has to change. We have to be more disciplined, man. Like we have to get, take responsible shots. Like if our guy has beat the DB, take the shot. But if there's 3 people in the area and there's one of ours, you know what I'm saying, don't take the shot.
And he was throwing those balls all night, bro, where I was like, what the fuck is he seeing? Like
that's what he's seeing. Ghosts.
Yeah, what 43 pass attempts? That's way too many.
Yeah. That's bad.
And he's not supposed to be throwing that much. Like he's not he could probably do it one day, but he's not built to throw the ball 40. We're supposed to be a run heavy team, and he's just supposed to complement that, like, and just be able to, when we need him to throw, make it happen because he's got the arm. He just, from the first, the first play, it was all bad.
Oh my god, yeah, that was crazy. That's where I knew.
First man played the game.
Wow. That was crazy, but that's the thing. You hit it, bro. It's like for Geno to be out there throwing like that, bro. Not like I'm saying he's up there in age, so just imagine how much toll it. Like, you know what I mean? But like, there's no reason why you draft a running back in the first round that's supposed to be one of the greats, bro, and you have your fucking quarterback throwing 45 times a game, like.
Right, exactly.
And then he only got 130 yards passing or some shit like that. That's out of control, bro. That ain't good.
No. Well,
I didn't like Jim Harbaugh's face either. You know what I'm saying? Like it all made me mad. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it happened. We're gonna learn from it because what we did have is beautiful tape out of that because we had some do not do this ever again type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we will hopefully learn from this, and defense is still doing their thing like they have been the last couple of years of doing. It's like our offense has to wake up something, and it's the line. It's literally the line. But we know that that's not going to change drastically, unless tomorrow we hear Raiders have traded for tackle this or, guard from this team or whatever. But like I said, they can only do so much with what we got, until we get some top, tier linemen. It is what it is. We got what we got.
Yeah, because really, I mean, our defense, bro, really, they should have only allowed 1 touchdown because that Caillou Blue Cali, that was like that shit should have never happened, bro. You know what I mean? That's and every quarterback knows that kind of shit, bro. That's what you got guys in front of you. You're the blanket guy. Why are you pushing down for? Yeah. Like it just don't make sense. But like for our defense to go in there and really do what they did, like I said, bro, after the half, they only allowed a field goal.
That's it. The score should have easily been like 31-41, easy because they just went right down the field and kept going down the field. But other than that, we held them down to 3 points like we held Patriots last week at 3 points at the end of the game. But defense is holding together, but it's up to the offense to take advantage of that. Take complete advantage of that. Didn't do it. Nope.
Yeah, because when I look at games, like especially close ones, when they get lost, bro, I always look at how many turnovers there were and how many points were scored off turnovers. You know what I mean? Because that's what makes a big difference in these games. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, the amount of turnovers we had, and for us not to, and even the 4th down stops, bro, and for us not to capitalize on those, like that's really what killed us. And the 3 interceptions that Geno Smith did throw too. You know what I mean? Like that game was definitely winnable, man. It was definitely a winnable game. And that's why I still got faith for this team, bro, because I seen what we could have done if just a couple of plays were a little bit different. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying it's year over. We're fucked. You know what I mean? It's just if we can go in here and learn off this, which I think this coaching staff is able to do with these players, look how they do it every game so far after the half. You know what I mean? I think they got it, bro. It's just that offensive line got to get it going, and we really got to figure out who's going to be the plants in that thing. You know what I mean? We can't be constantly switching around these guys because, I mean, dude, like I think JPJ is a better center than Meredith.
Yeah, but dang, that the concussion thing with him, I think that's why they put him at guard, because they knew the concussion thing. So you can't have your main center, questionable. So they basically, just in case he is out, we're gonna put him at, so that guard's kind of more, I guess, interchangeable than your main pretty much center. So I think that's why, because I was wondering why the battle with them too. Where's this coming from? But I think they knew the deeper picture about the medical history, so they were like, you know what, just to make sure that Meredith gets the time to get adjusted. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they've seen this coming. So.
That's why I was so high on like either trading back, dog, or getting the offensive lineman.
That's what I said.
Because like I was saying this last year, that guard spot is weak. It was weak, you know what I mean? And I mean, JPJ at center, yeah, you leave him there. I mean, fuck, we needed a guard. I mean, and really, it was the most logistical thing I could have ever thought about, because there was a lot of good running backs that came out. But don't get me wrong, I do think so far, like, I think Genty's probably the fucking best one that's came out on that draft. Just the way he runs, bro. You know what I mean? We give him the ball, like we see what he could do, and it's like he's about ready to pop one. You could see it. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you guys seen that spin move he hit. I think it was on Derwin James.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then if Jacoby had a blocked, that was the play. If Jacoby had a blocked on that one, bro, he would have been gone.
Well,
hey, I was sweet though. I was like, damn, that boy hit the fucking.
He hit the sidestep on like 3 charges. He was just like whoop whoop, whoop. I was like, let's go, boy.
Yeah, no, he's a good running back, man. We just got to feed him the ball. You know what I mean? I felt like that's what we're lacking. We got to pound that ball, get that running game going, because Genty could do it. Mm-hmm. We seen what the offensive line is like too. And that's where kind of we get iffy on everything, because that, like you guys said, man, offensive line, dude, it's not what it's gonna be for us to go and be something great with Geno and Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
Because I seen Gardner Minshew out there, dog, with this offensive line. Like, honestly, like that's what it was fucking reminding me of.
That's what exactly what look like.
I seen McDaniels. and Chip Kelly last night. I swear, I was thinking it was just like I was like, this feels like McDaniels, where he was just trying to force this offense on, what we have, and he wasn't trying to adjust and to the players that you got. These are young players. They don't, make it simple, make the game simple, because we were getting simple little park routes where they're just getting little 5 yards here, turning it into 12, 6, 8. I'm like, that's all they were
doing. They weren't doing anything spectacular. Like, what does the Chip Kelly offense really expect? They weren't doing anything big. They were doing basic stuff again, like vanilla stuff. Like, I granted it's the second game of the season. Granted, they probably don't know the playbook just well enough yet. They should know all of it, but probably don't yet. Maybe they'll probably see more of the playbook as the season progresses, because you can't show everything in the first 2 games and let the rest of the league know what you're going to do when they come play. So I don't think you open the playbook up yet, but in order to open the playbook up, you got to get the offensive line ready first, because some plays dictates that they block for a half a second. They didn't block anything. How many times did Geno get sacked? 4 times?
At least.
And the crazy thing was, Khalil Mack went out and it was still the same. I was like, oh man, like what the hell?
Yeah, right.
I thought it was gonna be a little bit easier, but it looked they're bringing the same pressure.
Yeah, their rush was getting there. Like ours was just, like we were going through the motions, but just
we were stagnated. We couldn't get anywhere till the end of the game. But
Herbert had a clean pocket all game. I mean, he had a clean pocket. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, that fourth quarter, man, you know what I mean? The defense kind of looked like they woke up, but it was just a little too late. They should have did that right off the start from the half. You know what I mean? Start getting those turnovers. start going for the ball. You know what I mean? That shit you got to do before it gets too late. Because I felt like, you know what I mean, if we would have had a little more time, which, hey, we had 4 quarters, that should be more than enough for us. But let's say there was another quarter. I mean, I felt like our momentum was kind of, you know what I mean, leading towards that way. It's just we started too late.
Well, someone in the chat said earlier that the Chargers didn't play in a game since last Thursday or last week. You know that
Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
They had a lot of time to rest. That's no damn excuse. Okay, we played Sunday, so they got 2 days ahead of us. 2 games, 2 days of rest ahead of us. It's no excuse. They probably they game plan for everything. They game plan for the Raiders. They particularly wanted this game more than the Raiders did. You can tell when they were playing. They won this game more than anything else.
Oh yeah.
That's the second time they beat us at home like that in a row. So they won the game more than we did because we didn't they didn't even want to play last night. They was like just going through the motion. Let's just get the game over with. Like they were tired. They should have been out. They should not have been out there partying over the Crawford victory. It should have been practice. That's what it should have been doing.
Hey, now do you think you think lightweight that's kind of what it was?
Nah. These guys are professionals. I'm sure they party Saturday night a little bit, but no, they knew that game Monday. No, they're professionals.
The crazy thing is, you know what I mean? And it's like the Chargers, man, they got to go and play Denver. So they had a full divisional back to back to back.
Yeah. Hey, that actually is a good thing too, because for one, if they beat either way, it helps us. Because if Denver wins or if Denver loses, we become, second place or whatever.
If we win.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, if we did definitely take care. If we do handle,
we got to take care of our business first.
Yeah,
that's one thing I don't want to get into again.
Yeah,
hopefully that team beats that team and that. No. Take care of your business now.
Now look at the Chargers. If the Chargers do this, like if they beat Denver, they already pretty much got a head up on everybody in the division already. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, you pretty much coasting to the, as long as they handle business and they don't fall apart.
I have no faith in the Chargers to do the same thing every year. They start off good, then towards the end of the season they start breaking apart.
I hope Tim Harbaugh punches. You know how he does that punch and hits him on his pads. I hope he breaks his rib one time, like on accident, just getting him ready, and he's like, oh. You know what I'm talking about? When he, so before the game, he slaps Herbert on his pads and then punches him in his, numbers, and then, pushes him and stuff like that. I hope he hurts him on accident one time, right before the Raider game. The next one.
Yeah, the next one will be a good one too. You know what I mean? I guess the Commanders, and I know they looked a little iffy this last game, but I mean, overall, dude, like they're a pretty good squad. I mean, but they do have their quarterback injured. Well, not injured, but he's not 100, so that'd be good. It gives us a fair shot at this game. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I mean, the Commanders, bro, they got a team over there. So if we go in there and win this one, which I mean, dude, I'm hoping we do, because 1-2, bro, is not the best start.
Not good at all.
Especially one loss to a division game already. So it's like, yeah, it's tough, man. But this is where we see, you know what I mean, how this coaching staff's built, how this team's built. So this is where we start seeing if we can, you know what I mean, keep it afloat, or if we fucking go sinking.
It's Caleb Williams. I swear, if he gets 6 touchdowns on us and goes crazy and has a breakout game, it could happen. No, but we are different, man. This ain't the same. This was just we weren't ready. We weren't, we weren't ready last night. And we had an opportunity, we just didn't take it. We didn't have that oomph. I think it was too late of a damn game at night too for us, I guess, because I don't like how we did. Remember we did our preseason game where we played like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, something like that, and then we played. So we started off the season with a 10 a.m. game. You know what I mean? And then we're going to a night game. So I think, I'm not making excuses about the thing, but I think that is crazy how they do us with the schedules, because that is kind of nuts. You start off in the early morning, and then all of a sudden now you got to readjust to night game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the Chargers just did it when they went to Brazil, and came here. So I guess same difference. But like I said, their line was better. About the same, but a little bit better than ours. It gave at least Herbert more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, man, definitely a game that I seen we could have won if a couple plays went different. I respect how we were trying to go down deep to Thornton, bro, but it's like a couple, like I don't know. Geno was underthrowing him too. You know what I mean? There was one where they're 1-on-1, and if he would have threw it just high enough for him, Thornton could have snatched it up. And I think he
Yeah,
would have.
exactly.
It was at like I think the 5-yard line too, if I'm not mistaken. It was deep. It wasn't enough.
Like there needs to be that session, like when Derek Carr used to throw with his guys. Like I feel like there needs to be those Renfro and him used to. That's why him and Renfro were tight, bro. Like him and Renfro, he knew everything Renfro would do, and that's what we need to. Somebody has to be that person to be like, you know what, bro? I don't like how we played last night. Let's do some work, man. Let's get some work in so we can learn your wide receivers every little. You know what I'm saying? So like with your eyes closed, you know where they're going to be when they're going to be there. Back shoulders, like just finesse. Like when you see, shout out to the injured Joe Burrow, but him and Jamar Chase, like if you watch them work together, bro, it's crazy just to watch. Like because they know each other so well, just going from the college days and stuff like that too, and just they know where to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like he scores with ease. The red zone for them too is just magic. It is crazy. We need that. We don't have a go-to where it's like automatic cash money, which leads me to the next point of we need a number one receiver. Our true number one dog, like a double teamed mandatory number one, because that would make Jacoby so much better. You know what I'm saying? That would help him so much, man, because it's like he wouldn't have to work as hard as he has to because he pretty much takes the best DB pretty much every game. And yes, he can sometimes break out of that, but we need somebody that's going to take that attention. And you know what I'm saying? That would just when we had Devontae, he was a perfect complement to Devontae because everyone would double cover him and then he could break. Now with a number one receiver, with Jacoby, with Brock, and either Michael Mayer or whatever wide receiver after that steps up, that would be a lethal package. You know what I'm saying? But we're trying to stretch Jacoby into a true number one, and he's kind of in the middle because he can, but it's sometimes, like I said, he disappears. But he like when he gets the ball, he makes plays, but then it's like there'll be gaps or we're just not getting the ball. But how can you get him the ball if we can't run the ball enough to stay on the field to, keep the offense going? So it's an endless cycle. We can't get the running game going, so we don't stay on the field. Defense is always on the field, but our offense, we get a couple plays and then it's back to our defense being out there.
Salute, Daniel Bear. Thanks for coming in, brother. Happy Tuesday. Hey, everyone. Go Raiders.
Mr.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's that got to be the line. Well, because like I said, Genty had a couple of good runs, and they got away from it. Why did we get away from that? I don't know. Then they try to force feed receivers. Force feed. No, if he's running that well, keep him running. Don't fix something that's not broke. What are you doing? He was running the ball. He had a good couple of runs. No, you're trying to fix it. Okay, I know they got a touchdown. We're behind 7-0. It's still early in the game. We had a lot of time left. No, we got to get the ball down the field. No, keep running the ball. Get defense a rest. But no, they decided, oh, no, well, we're not going to run the ball. We'll put Zamir White and run 3rd down 1, and some bitch lost 3 yards. Like, you got to be shitting me. So, that was some bad play calling. I don't know, gets he back in the building or something or what? It seemed like it. It looked just like a Getsy ran team last night.
Then we had a McDaniel sighting. We seen the Getsy. We seen Minshew.
Yeah, right. Like all over again. So
yeah, that was and that's what really pisses me off, man. Is like you don't expect these kind of coaches to go in there and do that shit. Like that was. For our team not to at least score one touchdown says a lot. We couldn't even get a touchdown, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
In our house.
At
Our
home.
house.
Exactly.
Our house.
That's what was getting me, bro. I was like, dude, like this team got to be better than that. You know what I mean? If we're gonna go in here and try to make statements, bro, and have teams looking out for us, this is not the way to do it.
It's not. Nope.
Because every team and for teams to go on it on fourth down on you shows how much respect, dog, they got for that defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no respect there at all. And for them to go on it on fourth down shows how much faith they have in their defense if they get stopped. So, like, once they start doing that to you, it's kind of like they know they got it in the bag, in my opinion, bro. That's how I see that shit.
I mean, the only thing I can say it is, man, is that this stadium's not in Oakland no more. I'm just playing. No, Chris is like, oh, here we go. No, I'm just playing. No, but no, the energy was there. You know what I'm saying? Like the energy was,
for sure.
Yeah, the energy was there, and just like always, Raider Nation showed up, but the Raiders did not.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. Tom Brady, what the fuck, bro?
He was pissed. Somebody said he threw his headset down. I don't know what happened. Somebody said he was broadcasting somewhere. I don't know who he was broadcasting to. Probably, like on air or some TV show or whatever.
He saw Geno. What the fuck?
He said he threw his headset down and walked out of there. But I know one thing: Brady gonna have some words. Probably have some words today. So I call everybody in the office like, you know what the fuck? I put my money for this bullshit? No.
Snatch Geno up in the tunnel. Hey, bro, what's going on here? You making me look bad, bro.
You cost me $20,000. You busted my parlay.
He's all sorry, man. But you know what I'm saying? You're making me look bad out there.
You can't be doing that. I got my street rep band's going down. Ooh, we can't have that.
On Pete Carroll's birthday. Crazy.
Usually, like when it comes down to these losses, I'll be like, oh, it was because of these guys, or it was because of this player, you know what I mean, doing this, but this time it was just honestly, dude, it was all play call to me. Like I felt like if we had better play call, the game could have been a whole lot different. Getting away from the win, bro. You had the train going, dog. That shit was, you know what I mean, body hit its max speed, and you guys fucking hit a red light on them. Like, hey, hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, you're doing good, but hold on.
It just seemed vanilla to me. They weren't doing anything spectacular. They weren't doing nothing. Run up the middle, run up there, no jet sweeps, no screen passes, nothing. It just seemed vanilla. Like, I don't know, was the Raiders on a take last night for that money or something? I don't know, but it seemed like they wasn't even trying.
Well, remember what I said about what was it? The Niner game. So how we ended that Niner game, right? It was, we pretty much gave the ball back. That's what it was just like, why? So we weren't that far. We weren't that far off. It was 3-3 at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is crazy. And you would never know that it was that close at some time.
You know, talking about Niner game?
No, our game. Last night. Like, damn, I just had it again. So basically everything that we needed to not, because remember we were saying, okay, so we need to score right here. We got the ball back. Now this is where we need to score. Not only did we give it right back to them, but the worst case scenario, we didn't score. They scored, and they got the ball again and scored again, and they got the ball at half.
Yep.
So it was like everything that we needed to not happen, we did. We let everything happen that wasn't supposed to happen. Like they did the right thing of kicking us the ball. That was the smartest thing they could ever did. Starting the game off, kicking us the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's Gene. I do the same thing.
That was the smartest thing to do, but guess what happened? They only scored in the second half. So it didn't really matter if they kicked the ball or not. They only scored 3 points. The Raiders defense showed up. The Raiders defense held them down. So that was the smartest thing they did, but the Raiders did play good defense. So I'm not knocking that. I'm not saying okay, because most teams do. You want a coin toss, you want to defer. So you want the ball first time, second half. But the thing is, this game could have got real ugly real quick. It did. Mm-hmm. Is if the defense held their own. I mean, like I said, the Chargers had the ball for 3/4 of the third quarter. and came out with a field goal. I'm not happy the Raiders lost, but I'm happy with this with that's how it went down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They had the ball for the entire third quarter and came up with just a field goal.
Yeah.
You know, it should have played better defense and got them off the field, but they couldn't. They didn't. So I'm happy with the defense on the second half. Just that one play that Kyle Blue Kelly messed up on, it'd been a different game.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot closer. What was it, 20? It'd been 13-9. And then a touchdown would have won the game. But that one touchdown just threw everything out of whack.
Yeah, it did. That's where it kind of went wrong. You know what I mean? Not only that, but if you're only down, dude, by 10 points, like there's no need to fucking gun the ball down the field every play, especially it's the second quarter. Third quarter, I mean, dude, you got a whole lot of time to scheme up still. You still got a whole lot of time. You don't start doing that shit until the fourth quarter, bro, where you're down like fucking, 17 points. It's like, all right, hey, we got to get this ball down here real quick. We don't got time to sit here and run and do our little West Coast offense shit all night. You know what I mean? I didn't get it, bro. That's what was frustrating me is I didn't get where the coaching staff was coming from on this game. It didn't look like last game. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. They probably saw something we didn't see, during practice, doing this. Like, you know what? We're not ready to open this playbook up yet. We don't have, like Jason said, we don't have a number one receiver. Thornton is still young. He's fourth round. Best hasn't really showed us that much. Brock Bowles is hurt. Mozart's not playing. So you look at their weapons.
Yeah,
the weapon wasn't full load. This supposed to be a gun that holds 6 bullets. We only got 2 bullets and 3 dummies in there. 3 dumb bullets. So we're not firing all cylinders. Like I said, okay, analogy. This is a V8, but only 2 cylinders is firing. That's Genty. Well, I guess 1 cylinder because it didn't work. They knew they were handicapped.
Yeah, there's like you were just saying, like with Genty, that's foot on the gas. Like he's all gas, no brake, right? And then there's a point where we put somebody else in, and it's like literally we're taking our foot off the gas, and the defense knows that mentally. That it can't be a drop off like that. Like where Zamir comes in, they're like, oh, okay, cool, we're good. Hey, it's just Zamir. He ain't gonna make no lateral moves. He ain't gonna, and it's just we have to get that. Like if we gotta, there's somebody on somebody's squad that can help us. We like I said, we fall in love with our players, but bro, there's
dude, we have a running back.
Yeah,
he's still in practice team.
But just yeah,
he's sitting there. Like I say, he looked great in preseason. Well, so did Zamir White, but he looked a lot better than Zamir White did. He can shift, he can cut, and he's big. Mm-hmm. Maybe perhaps he can't block as well as because one thing Zamir White did do, he did block a couple blitz plays. He did do that well. That's the only thing he did well.
Yeah, he's good running into people.
Like exactly. He's very good at that.
Hey, I swear that's why I like him on the kick return because, like I was saying, like with enough speed, he is a bowling ball to try to like if he gets up to enough speed. But like I said, in the backfield, he can't get that kind of
he can't get that start off.
No. Yeah, he can't get there. So like he can't get past the damn lineman. He's like,
if you get past the linebackers and line, he's gonna be pretty hard to bring down.
Yeah,
if he can hold on to the ball.
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see that what Pete Carroll envisioned for him, but as it stands right now, it's not working.
Not right now. It's getting there though. So I said it. You know what I mean? We got to keep feeding him, man, because he's about there. You know what I mean? He's ready to get it. It's just I feel like we keep hitting the brake on him once he's getting that juice. We keep, you know what I mean? Hold on, don't injure him. I get it, but like I said, bro, you got Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry getting 20 attempts a game.
Yeah,
like it, and then their other backs are getting 6 to 8. So it's like, what's going on here? Like, why is our round 1 draft pick and we drafted this guy to be a difference maker because we were last place in running last year, and we're not utilizing him like we need to. That's what, like I said, that's what was really pissing me off last night. I was like, dude, this guy is obviously doing it. We seen how people are getting when they're around Genty, bro. Like they don't, dude. He lay you out.
Yeah.
He got the fourth.
Yeah. He's got it, man. Like, and it just sucks that we don't have the line to give him enough space to really show his full potential.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, like I said, I expect some big changes coming this week. I expect something to happen because they play at that again for the rest of the season. We'll be 1-15, 1-16, easy. We're not winning another game. We won't. Oh, we're rebuilding. No. We got to win some games. Like I said, I didn't make a bet like I did last year. I lost my money behind that. But I said, I want to see us win 10 games. I want to see us win 10 games. Now I'm looking at if they play at that again, I'm going to drop down to 7 games. Yeah, I am. Because there's no way they compete in the NFL playing like that. No way. I know it's a new team. I know everything's new. But we still have most of the same players that happened last year. We can't compete with anybody like that. Who's the worst team right now besides us?
The
Chiefs.
The Panthers?
The Browns.
The Chiefs number too.
You could always throw the Browns out just random, like, Browns.
And we got to play them too this year. So, but here we go.
We own the Browns.
Now they might own us this year. The way they keep playing. That Flacco out there throwing the ball like crazy.
Man, what's his name? Threw his first touchdown too. What's his name? Gabriel. In garbage time.
Oh, did he really? They put him up. I didn't even see that, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, like it was like 40 to something already. Like he got, I think, the second touchdown or something like that. But yeah.
What's up, G-Fam? Well, like I said, I'm not. No, like I said, we are a passionate Raider fan. The nation is passionate about our damn team. We have been so long losing so many games, getting our butts kicked, getting embarrassed. We're tired of it. We expect a lot this year because we got Pete Carroll. Yay. We got Chip Kelly. Awesome. We maintain our defensive coordinator. Great. So we expect a better product on the field than what we saw last night. We expect more from this team because when they went to Foxborough and beat the Pathetics, I was all hyped up. But I was like, yeah, we won, but I said, can we do it again? Let's do that again. And they couldn't. But they are playing a better team, a team that the NFL has predicted to make a run for the Super Bowl. Every year, stars are predicted to go to the Super Bowl, excuse me. So it's one of those teams that is playoff bound because they won the playoffs last year. It's basically the same damn team, except for a couple of new players and a couple of lost players. So it's basically the same team that went to the playoffs last year. So I want us to win. I think we can win. I wasn't high on it, but I like, okay. I had said my record prediction on our team we're going to win, we're going to beat. I said we're going to split the Chargers. I said call them San Diego. We're going to split. I said we do that all the time. We had a history of splitting each game. No matter how bad the Chargers or how bad we were, we always split these guys. Last year we did. So I'm saying like, okay, we took that L. We got it. We're 1-1. I'd rather be 1-1 and 0-2. So now they got to fix the things they saw was broken. Hopefully, Barrows get back healthy again. Get the guys up to speed. Thing. Do some. Bring up Chris Collier.
Shit.
Out of the practice squad. Then let's do this. So, my hopes dashed. Nope. Am I pissed off? Yep. Exactly. I'm pissed off, but it's 2 games.
Yeah, it's still early, man. You know what I mean? But like I said, this is shit we got to figure out, like offensive line, who we're going to put. We got to figure that out, bro, before season starts, because when we're doing it, when the season starts, this is what we get. You know what I mean? And we can't still be trying to figure this offensive line out by week 6, by week 7, because if that's the case, bro, then just plan on having another early draft pick. You know what I mean? Top 5.
Take it easy, Mark. Thanks for coming in, bro. Appreciate it. Always welcome to come in. Thanks,
Yeah,
Mark.
man.
Well, yeah, I can't expect the team to go 12-5 and go to the Super Bowl. It can happen. Anything can happen in football. But this was a learning curve. This was okay. Now we played against a better team than we played last week. Now we see what we got to fix. They didn't get that chance in preseason because they didn't play these starters. They played
Yeah.
the Patriots was basically the same as I think it's same as us, all equal terms. The same as us, new coach, new everything. So now we play a team that had been together for a couple of years, went to the playoff, and now we get to see what we are made of. And I tell you what, the damn defense showed up in the second half.
Yeah, they did. Thanks to 3 points. Field goal. That's good.
It was good, okay? Yeah. So I'm not mad about that. All of it's got to be fixed again. You got to work on that O line. And every year it's the same thing. The O line. Well, damn
Same old
it,
shit.
fix it.
Same old shit, man.
He said 4-13.
I like your optimism.
Yeah, GFAM got a good point though. Yeah, I mean, Pete got to demote his son, man. The offensive line, shit, it ain't working out.
I would say put Philbin back there myself because when Philbin came in the later part of last season, the offensive line looked a lot better. I know you said they can't change the speed, the height, the weight, and all that stuff. I know that, but when Philbin came in last year, when they fired all the offensive people from the team, he took over. And they played a lot better on the offensive line. We ran a little bit better. Not great, but we ran better.
Yeah.
Yeah, something got to change, man.
We could be
Yeah.
3-1.
Tom Brady. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you can't do too much, but like at some point, bro, we got it intact, and we really need a good quarterback, bro. I'm not saying Geno is trash, but like when you're throwing the ball 40 something times and you get 130 yards, it's not good. And he overthrew Jacoby Myers for one of those deep passes that really meant something. I mean, overthrew it. Like I was like, dude, what the like? Any great quarterback is ran in there.
I'm telling you, the timing was off when they hiked the ball to him. It's timing. It's a rhythm. You know, you ever play football? You know, it's a rhythm. Hike and you throw the ball. You know, it's a timing thing. But you say hike and you count the ball ain't there yet, and then it throws all the timing off.
Yeah,
A lot of routes are timing routes because the receiver only got so much time to get to his spot before you throw the ball. And if he's not there in the spot and you throw the ball already, some defense is going to be there. They're going to see that. Oh my God! Okay, I see where they're going. He's going to sit there and jump the route. That's how you got one of those interceptions because the ball got to him late.
yeah, definitely. I even seen a handoff.
What's up, 420?
Where fucking Geno Smith turned around the wrong way to hand the ball off
Yeah.
to Ashton Genty, and I was like, dude, no, yeah, this ain't
They were off of every count. They was not together last night. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what happened to them, but their timing was off badly.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Not good. On to the next, man. You know what I mean? That's all we can do is just, and I think this team's really going to learn from it. If they can't, then it's going to say a lot. But I mean, the way we're adjusting after the second half, I think we can adjust like that in season. You know what I mean? I think this team got it in them, especially the coaching staff, bro. You know what I mean? I think the coaching staff really got it. There you go, Fly Boy. There you go. Fly Boy's killing it.
Well, like I said, this adjustment coming the next game is going to show how good these coaches are. Were we fooled? Did they what do they call that? Did they catfish us? These coaching staff? We'll see.
Yeah, it's the line. You know, I mean, it really is a simple fix. Like it is the line. It's just we pretty much had to get weapons, and I appreciate that we did that. We got the speed, we got, we're not all the way there yet. We still need to get, another strong wide receiver and another back, man. Like somebody's got two elite backs that will be a steady dose, and where it's not so lopsided, where it's like you got a great back and then you got just someone that's just regular. We need a double dose. Like I like what Detroit does with Montgomery and Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? It's a steady dose, and they both handle their business. So we need that balance. We definitely need that balance.
Well, we got a good back, but he's sitting on practice squad.
Yeah, like I agree with Jason, man. I think it's that offensive line. If we can just get that offensive line in the rhythm, give Geno a little bit more time, bro. Because Geno, he was looking frustrated after a while. Like I was starting to see it.
He was down. Yeah, he was. I saw that.
Feeling it. You guys seen his face when they fucking. It's all over the place now. You know what I mean? The way he was looking, like. So that offensive line really got to him, I think. You know what I mean? The way he was just pressured, man, he can't really make smart reads. You know what I mean? He does want to do good with Pete Carroll. And I mean, hey, they're trying to abide by that 10 win a year thing, man. So I mean, if they're doing this, it's not looking good.
Nah, that's not gonna happen at 10 win.
Nah, but I think once that offensive line could get fixed, because if we can give Genty a couple bigger holes, man, he's out of there. You know what I mean? He's gone. And if we could give Geno a little bit, and I kept saying this, bro, because I was so iffy on this O-line, and it's starting to play out. It's like if this O-line can't hold up, then you can fucking kiss Genty and go goodbye if you expect anything great out of him.
We ain't gonna know if that happens. But like I said, Pete Carroll know how to make adjustments. They will. During the game, they can't change the O line in the middle of the game. That's kind of rough.
Yeah, it is.
So they do have. I said if they don't want JBJ playing center, so be it. Get the other guy a chance to play. That Will Putman. He's nasty too. He's the one that got in a fight with Max Crosby year before last. So if Merlin can't do it, screw it. Put Putnam in there. He's actually a true center. He played center in college. So it's not like he went from guard to center. He actually played center in college. So he knows position. Because this can't work.
Yeah, that's what I said, G-Fam. You know what I mean? Khalil Mack going out. I thought it was going to change a little bit. But they came even harder, bro. But that's what you do. You know what I mean? When you lose one of your greatest defensive linemen, you got to send your cornerbacks in there to start blitzing. And we seen what Derwin James was doing, bro. He was getting busy back there.
There he was.
He was on it, and they knew what to do, man. They had an answer for every question we gave him, and that's just what it is.
They lost their key defensive player, and Derwin James took up the slack. Like, yeah, I got this. Exactly what he did. That's exactly what you're supposed to do when you're a professional football player. One guy go down, other guy should step up. Rawls was a little hurt. Mayer should have stepped up.
Yeah, and he didn't even get. And that's another thing too. Is like I didn't see too much of Mayer out there.
I seen him when he got blocked back into Genty and make Genty trip. Yeah, I saw that. Other than that, I ain't seen him do anything.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what I mean? And that's when I get back to that whole we're dependent on a wide receiver and Jack Besh, and we're dependent on a fourth rounder and Dante Thor. And it's like you have Michael Mayer who you can still utilize and throw in there on passing situations, and you guys have him blocking. Like I don't see why they're doing that with him. I mean, I get it. They're trying to trick play or whatever. They're trying to play action like it's a run, but at the end of the day, bro, if we're interdependent on rookies at wide receiver, I mean, and we got another great one, like Michael Mayer can go on any team, bro, and start pretty much.
Yeah, you can.
Any team out there, he could go and be a starter. So why is he not getting utilized like that? You know what I mean? Especially knowing we're weak at wide receiver. I don't remember that question, bro. And it's like I'm not understanding it.
Remember how I said a little bit earlier how McDaniels was just making these long routes and all this, trying to show that he could, get the ball downfield, but we didn't have the line to protect that long, so it just wasn't working. And that's what I seen last night. Like I feel like So with it, I know it sucks with Bowers being hurt because what we could do is for like the basically the medium routes, you can have Mayer, Bowers, Myers, and then you just kill them over the top. If they bite on the stuff underneath, somebody's gonna get open. Just stretch. I would stretch in opposite directions, deep with Tucker and Thornton, and then just have them eating because it's either one or the other. Either the safety bit, okay, bam, over the top. Or if they're biting on, if they're, going for the deep routes, bam, underneath. We're going to kill them underneath. It's crossing routes, something like what are we, why is everything we're doing on offense failing? And why are we choosing to let it fail? You know what I'm saying? Why are we not trying different things? Because I've heard everybody on different platforms, Raider, podcasts, scheme up different things. And it doesn't sound too damn bad half the time. And it's like just something instead of this vanilla. Because it's like 20 years ago, it feels like we were running the same offense, scheme, same. Nothing's really changed. The players have changed, but the scheme and just our offense has been bad this last couple of years. Like we're not doing anything too well. Tight end was what we were doing well last year. This year, we're kind of mediocre, man, and like in a lot of categories.
Yeah, G-Fam, Raiders didn't really have that many penalties. It would when the penalties were called. They were called at the worst time during the game. Because that first touchdown they got, we basically gave them like 40 yards worth of a free field. We gave them half the field in penalties. So it was stupid penalties. So it wasn't like they was getting flagged. I'm looking at the penalties they had because it wasn't that many.
No, it wasn't much. I think he's talking about all the penalties that they didn't call on the Chargers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like that face mat, like that pass interference that should have called against Thornton. Because Kelly did the same thing last week. They called do a flag on him. The other guy did what's called didn't throw a flag.
Now that's a touch. That's the touchdown right there too.
Geno Smith too.
Yeah,
and basically like 2 seconds later.
And then that's the win right there because that was the touchdown. Like you said, if he had to call where he was tugging on Thornton, that would have been right there at the end zone. And then of course, Genty, give him 4 times to get the ball. He's getting the ball out.
Yeah, they held him. They held him. And like, why not throwing the flag? But that's the Raiders. We got to respect that.
And Pete was showing, and I swear I hate referees, bro. Sorry, but I hate that they say if you blow a call on the field, who the hell do you think you are that you don't have to look at the goddamn replay? You know what I'm saying? Like, and the coach is like, bro, look. And then the motherfuckers be looking like right in his face, like, well, I'm like, bro, look. Because if you look and you see the damn play, you have to make the right decision. But they choose not to look. You know what I'm saying? Like the coach is like, look at the damn monitor.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
And it's like, I'm like, bro, you get paid to do a job. You're not perfect. And we know you're not perfect. So don't pretend to be. Like, you're a referee. Do the job. And if you mess up on the field, that's why you got the damn biggest screen in the damn NFL to see. Make the right call. That's what somebody should have stepped in and be like, bro, he was tugging on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It's got to change. They hate us so much, bro. It just feels like we don't get the calls that everybody else gets. It's just, why do they hate us so much? And it's like, why isn't the league talking to people about, because the league hates us, of course. But it's like something's got to change. We're going to just start hitting people as hard as possible, bro, until they leave us the hell alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear to God, like, if we're going to lose the game, let's lose it right. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go dogging teams out, taking out everybody. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Until you kick me out the game, I'm lighting everybody up. And that's what it's got to take, man. I'm taking a stand. Leave us the hell alone. Call it fair. If you're going to call it on one, call it for all. You know what I'm saying? Don't call for Herbert. Call for Mahomes, give him all these specialty plays and all that. But for us, you don't give a damn. You talk about player safety, all that. That's BS, man.
Can you see the stat? Yeah, you went on a rant again, Jason.
My bad, y'all.
That's all right. That's cool. That's what we're here for. Can you see the stats?
Yeah.
Look at the yard: 317 and 218. Passing yards: 150. Rushing yards: 6881. Yards per play: 3.4 to 5.8. First downs: they had 15, we had 15. Third downs: they were 4 for 11, we were 9 for 18. So we converted 50% of our third downs. Fourth downs we didn't get none, they got one. We had 65 plays, they had 55. We allowed 3 sacks, we got them twice. We only had 2 punts in the whole game. Penalty yards: we had more yards, but they had more penalties. Fumbles: we had none, they lost one. We had 3 interceptions. Time possession: we had time to ball. Do you mean to tell me with those stats we could not have won those games? What cost us games are 3 goddamn interceptions.
Shit, we got most of that time of possession on that one on that third was that third quarter? That third quarter?
Fourth quarter, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying though, but we had the ball a lot more. We converted more third downs. The sacks, they had 2. Well, they had 3 on us. We had 2 on them. I mean, we had the same amount of first downs. Penalty yards, okay, we beat about 14 yards. They had 1 more penalty than us. I mean, tell me with these stats that we put up on that game, we couldn't win, get close to winning, or maybe close to the game. No, they're still play calling.
Yeah. The the 2 key stats I see in this thing is the 3 interceptions and the 3.4 yards per play.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at too.
That is nuts. 3.4.
That's not a good job done.
Yeah. You get paid millions. Whatever the 20 million, 15, whatever your salary is. 3.4. I can do that. You know what I mean? I think I could put up 3.4 yards per play.
We'll go out there. They might get an opening. Yeah, I'm saying the stats are like, man, come on.
Let it rip.
Yeah, they scored 3 points in the third quarter. That was that long ass 15-minute drive they had.
Mm-hmm. It literally, I seen a 33 to something. You know what I'm saying? It felt like it was going to be one of those once they start kind of putting it on, and I was like, oh, they're going to get in the 30s on us. But we were able to, contain. And it's like we didn't have, that's the thing about our offense too. We don't have a firecracker on our offense. No, we don't have somebody that's going Jamal Adams.
If we apply Genty a little more, we could have a legit firecracker. Dude.
They got a question. I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question. Hi, are y'all Raider fans? Let's see.
Bear shit in the woods.
You got Raider banners in the backfield. Chewy's not on mic, but he has a Raider emblem up. I got Raider stuff in my back. No, we're not Raider fans. We're Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans. We got our colors mixed up.
We're like the Pirates, though.
Yeah, we're Raider fans, man. I'm not being a smart ass, but
yeah, we Raidered out over here.
You have to leave Xavier. We talked to all football fans. We got all kind of fans here. We got Charger fans in here. We got Steelers fans. You have to leave. If you want to talk about the Eagles, that's fine with us.
I like your style, and I appreciate you guys beating KC last year. So
yeah, and this year too.
Yeah, Eagles are always good people in this house. So
no, you have to leave, man. Yeah. So that's fine. Thanks for coming in. And just go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button on your way out. We welcome all football fans for any team. As long as you're respectable, don't disrespect the chat or the content creators, man. We're fine with you coming in.
Yeah, no doubt. But G-Fab's right, man. You know what I mean? Genty, like I said, we see Saquon, we see all these great running backs getting 18 to 23 carries a game, and it's like we have one that could potentially be that good. And we're limiting him, dog. Like I said, he's getting the train going, and we're stopping him when he's getting it rolling. As soon as that train gets oiled, those fucking wheels are oiled up, bro, we stop him. Oh, he gets rusty again. You know what I mean? We got to let that motherfucker eat, dude. He's going to tear it up.
Yeah. That's why I hated Genty. I mean, just Zamir getting that damn, was it 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, whatever it was?
Yeah, that's
bro, I was like, why?
It comes to a point, like I said, dude, if you're grabbing a running back to be a game changer for you because we were dead last year and we're not utilizing him, then why didn't we just grab offensive guard and stick it out with Zamir? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. When does it start making sense?
Yeah. Damn. And then watch
and ran with Zamir and fucking Raheem Mostert. You know what I mean? Or Collier.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't like Zamir as the number 2. I feel comfortable with him as 3, 4, somewhere in that range. Like because he is needed. Well, actually, no, I take that back because no, he's not needed. Because when 3rd and 1, that's what we need you for, and you can't even do that. So no, we don't need you.
Zamir had 2 rushes for a whopping -2 yards.
Oh, knock it off. I can do that, bro. What I said I could do before on that last segment, I probably 3.4.
Yeah,
I can probably do that.
You can fall forward. You can fall forward and get a yard.
My fat ass can get. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely get some yards.
You can fall forward and get a yard.
That's crazy.
We should threw JJ Pegues in there on 4th and 1.
Bro, hey, I was just thinking, can we plug another lineman in? Like, just add another fake tight end, like you know what I'm saying? Just add somebody and then just bully. We need. My dream is bully ball, just pounding the rock, and they can't do nothing about it. Just to and then they just at some point give up, But we just have to get that. And I know last week was probably bad because we threw up some passes and everything worked last week, but this week that didn't work. So we should have had a different. They were taking away everything over top. You know what I'm saying? Which they were set on.
They were set on deep. They'll set stopping that run and taking the top out. Mm-hmm. And look at Michael Mayer had 2 catches for 9 yards. 2. Mm-hmm. Bob Brown had 5 for 38.
Yeah, outside routes were open. Outside stuff was open.
They wasn't. Their game plan was shitty. Mm-hmm. Put it bar none.
But we got Washington next week.
That's it. Just that one game.
Yeah. We take losses hard, don't we?
We take bad football hard. If the Ravens were lost in the last second from a 30-yard field goal in the last minute of the game, but I'll take hard to how the hell they played. That's what I'm looking at. If they lost the game on a last minute field goal, like we lost to Frisco in the preseason, I won't take it so bad. Mm. But to lose like the way we looked out in the damn field, no. Yeah, like the way the Giants lost to the Cowboys. Okay, I'd have been pissed, but that happened. But the way we play on the field, and we had chances upon chances upon chances, they didn't do shit with it. That's what's pissing me off.
Yeah, that'll do it. We had, and that's the thing, man, is that defense gave them chances, bro, back to back.
Yeah,
3 and out. You know what I mean? Fumble, and we were only down by it was 9-20. I mean, 2 touchdowns, you're up.
Yeah, but the defense. I mean, the Chargers didn't put up big numbers that game. They wasn't like blowing the barn up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like Herbert had 242 yards. He had that one big play, that 60-yard something play that gave them a 242. They couldn't run the ball. Their rushing was abysmal, but yet we couldn't do anything. Just the leading rusher for the team.
For who? Ours team?
No, Chargers.
Wasn't it
Najee Harris?
Najee, yeah.
Nope.
No. Herbert?
Oh. Back. Justin Herbert was the leading rusher for their team. He had 31 yards rushing. Najee had 28. Hampton had 24.
Yeah, he'll never forgive us for that game. You know that, right? Like Herbert will always remember that playoff game that we beat them. And we could have tied it, and they both could have went. And they will never. I know him. He will never forgive us for that. And so
it wasn't our fault.
Yeah,
we was going for the tie. It was the damn coach's fault.
Yeah, but he remembers us for that. Like, and that's all the motivation for him that he needs. Because when I watch his interviews, he always brings up that, you know what I mean? Like, and so that's his chip. So every time he plays us, he's never gonna quit. Because when they tried to take it easy during that time, and then we put the foot on their neck and then knocked him out of the, you know what I'm saying? So
but we were actually going because they was running the ball to go for the tie.
Yeah,
that's what they were going to do.
And what's the man called that timeout? Like he was like,
they said, you know what, screw that. We're just gonna let you guys get the playoffs, but you're gonna do that because actually, you got time you're gonna try to beat us. No. So
yeah, he takes that personal. Like so, like with the Raiders, he sees the Raiders, he remembers that, and that's the motivate. Because remember, they beat us that next time. I think it was that next year, and then they won and all that, and then they went to the playoffs and. We're up on Jaguars. Jaguars came back, knocked them. You know that old.
Yeah, they had Jaguars beaten, and then they lost that one.
Yeah,
but okay, that's history. Let's move on from that. You know that's then. This is now. I'm just mad. Like I said, it's not that we lost; it's how we freaking played.
Yeah, I think everyone just taking it, a little hard.
Just
based on like we expected a whole lot. Is we didn't expect to see a rerun of last year. You know what I mean? And that's what we saw last night. I mean, like I saw Gardner Minshew out there. You know what I mean? Fucking Jason said he saw.
I definitely saw McDaniels.
You know what I mean? Like we see McDaniels out there.
I saw Getty out there.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like we expected a whole lot more out of this team. You know what I mean? Especially to go up at an early number one spot in the AFC West. I mean, that's how you kick the season off. You know what I mean? 2-0. It would have been a great start for us.
We're still tied for second, but the NFL got us as third. How come we're third? Oh, because we lost a divisional game. Okay, whatever. But we're not in last place.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Like that's my whole thing. You know what I mean? It's not that like it's still early, bro. You know what I mean? Second game of the season. I mean, shit, we can go and win 10 straight after this.
Yeah, I'm glad they did that. If they gonna mess up like that, I'm glad they did it early. Not later.
And honestly, like when Geno threw that pick, I was like, what the fuck, right? But then I said, you know what? It's all right, man. It's the first quarter, first play. There's still a whole lot of game left. Because if you want to make mistakes, the first half is where to do it. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm so positive in this team right now is because, dude, we held both of these teams to 3 points in the second half. And logistically, if you can hold a team to 3 points in the second half, you should be able to win some fucking games.
You better come back.
You should be able to win. And it's not like we were down fucking 24, 27-0 and stopped them at 3. We weren't even down by 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean?
No. Because at that point we were down 17 before we get up that field goal. We're down 17-6 before we get that field goal up. At halftime. We're down 7-6 halftime. And then we gave them that field goal in the third quarter. And after that, they didn't do anything. Then we had all kind of opportunities. We stopped them. We had opportunities to, 11 points. They're down 11 points, a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal. We were tied. That's all we needed.
Yeah, that's my whole thing, man. You like, and that's why I was like, hey, the defense, man, they're doing their job. You know what I mean? Because honestly, for a defense to go and hold the Chargers at 3 points after the half, like that's pretty good. You know what I mean? Because remember what their Chargers were doing last year, the years before that with Justin Herbert, Allen, all these guys they have. You know what I mean? So I was pretty impressed. You know what I mean? Like I felt good about that. It's just offense is buttery. Offense couldn't capitalize. You know what I mean? We gave them several chances to go in there. And it doesn't matter if you win by 1 or 100, you know what I mean? A win's a win. That's all we needed. And we just couldn't get it. You know what I mean? Offense couldn't get the ball going. And really,
I think that pick is one of the things that kind of set Geno all down. You know what I mean? Kind of
he went in a spiral after that.
It's just fucked confidence because they had you that pick. He wasn't the same.
Yeah, it fucked him up. But that's what it is, man. Is his offensive line made him like that. The offensive line like made him struggle, made him rush shit. Because when you're rushing stuff, bro, it's gonna come out sloppy. You know, when you're rushing your reads, you're not making the right reads and things like that. Like you're gonna throw a fucked up pass, and like that's the thing. We had our quarterback go there and throw the ball 45 times,
43 times,
and he got what did he get? 130 yards,
180.
Okay. Well, why? You know what I mean? That's why I keep saying, man. Like, there's no reason for him to throw that much when you got a good running back.
Yeah, Geno ran the ball 11 times.
It's not nearly enough. He needs
That's
at
not
least
enough.
18, at least.
Yeah, because usually when quarterback throws that many passes, that means something's not working. He was averaging almost 40 yards a carry.
It was working.
So it wasn't bad. But sometimes teams, when they get behind, they panic. And that's what Raiders did. Oh, God, it was only 17. It was 17, what did I say? 17-6 at half, 11 points. They panicked. They were trying to get the ball there down the field. Geno Smith, the best guy, the most accurate passer, 20 yards better. Yeah, he wasn't that nice. But, like I said, people said Geno Smith is trash. You can say all you want to. But he's better than Corbs has had the last 3 years. You know, I'll take him over any three, all the Corbs have had the last 3 years. You know, is he better than Carr? Well, we don't know. It's only his second game as a true Raider. I mean, playing a real game. We'll see. He won't have the stats like Carr. No way possible. Anyway, I guess in that for a while. But I'll tell you, he's got to give it time. Got to get the offensive line fixed. We got to see. We don't have an identity yet. We have a strong defense in the second half because Pete made some adjustments. But we don't have an offense yet. That's up to Chip Kelly and the rest of his offensive crew, Olsen and all the rest of those guys, to get this shit together. You know, the defensive line. You know, you can demote Pete Carroll's son if you want to, but this doesn't change the fact that the line is still the same guys. You know, maybe their technique's not good enough. Maybe their blocking schemes was horrible.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's not working. Put Philbin in there. So I'm sure Brady has some words with him. Yeah. I'm sure he called the brass up to the office like Pete, Chip, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick. You know what? You're fine. You can go take a break. But you two got to come up here and talk to me about this bullshit I've seen on the field at our first season opener when the stadium was blacked out.
You told him to smarten up. You didn't tell him to smarten up. You told him to
he probably told some other words that we can't say over here. Well, we can, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still early. You know, it's still early. Mistakes happen. Like I said, we just if we can fix them now, it's good that we're learning this kind of shit now about the team. You know what I mean? That the coaches are because that loss was kind of a beating. I mean, like I said, we didn't even score a touchdown, bro. So there's a lot to learn on. Defense held them to 3 points after the half. Capitalize on that and keep it going. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of shit to look forward to. It's barely week 2, you guys. Like I'm not saying that we're because, like I said, we could go and win 10 straight after. It's like you never know, bro. Shit happens, crazy shit happens.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what I mean. We got to get in there and get it going, and the main thing is going to be getting the offensive line fixed before we get too deep into the season, to where we're still having to. Because if we're having to make shit happen week 7, week 8, where we're switching guys around, it's not going to be good.
They got this shit about week 5. They got this shit together about week 5 because when it gets late in the season, if we go to week 5 and we're 1-4, we're fucked completely.
Yeah. And it's going to come down to offensive line, man. That's really what it is, you know.
Well, I'm sure that's the main topic of the discussion. That offensive line didn't have center snap. All right.
And then we got Kingsbury, man. We got a reunion because he was with us for a day, and then
it wasn't for like 5 hours.
Yeah, and then the jump ship. So I make everything personal. This is personal.
Yeah, I'd say I was talking to Jeff. He said, "Why wouldn't Vince on him?" Because he's on the contract still. You know, they didn't negotiate. He's gonna get a couple of days. But you know, Kingsbury said, "You guys not drafting that quarterback I want, so no, I'm not gonna be here." So I'm not totally mad at him, but I still want to beat his ass.
Yeah, like you gonna like beat his ass? Beat his ass? Like
no, literally.
Like you see it.
I'm gonna do that left foot that Crawford threw on Canelo the other night. That's what I'm gonna do. Boom! Oh.
He said, "Give him the Canelo face."
He came back like, "What? You hit me? Yeah, I hit you."
That was crazy, but you know that was another topic for another show. But yeah, that was wild. But I felt like Canelo though last night. That's how we felt. Like Canelo.
Yeah.
Too soon?
No, I don't feel like Canelo. I feel like what's that last guy about Eros? He not Enos. The one he beat up on. What's his name?
No,
Who was it? The unification fight, the welterweight, the super welterweight.
You talking about the Bud Crawford fight?
Yeah.
Who
was he? I can't think.
Oh no, you talking about what's his name? Errol Spence. Errol
Spence.
Yeah.
I feel like Errol Spence last night.
Errol Spence was
left foot jab, left foot look, uppercut, jab, boom, he's out.
Yeah.
That car wreck fucked him up. That's what happened.
Nah. He was outclassed.
Yeah, that's it.
That's that, but we talked boxing that night, but he was outclassed.
Hey, I was gonna ask you guys this earlier, and this is for everybody in the chat too, but this is for you guys too. At any point, be honest. I'm gonna be honest too. It would at any point where you guys like, damn man, let's put in Kenny Pickett or something. Like, let's get something going, man. Like,
I said last time we went on the show. I said,
AOC, dog.
Hey,
it crossed my mind. AOC 1 second. I was, I forgot he down.
I said that last night. Jason, remember last night? I said she might as well bring Kenny Pickett.
See something change, just to see if he's seeing the field different. Because it might not be, he might not have the arm and all that stuff that he has, but he might see something that what's his name doesn't see. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, just the conditions.
They would have said no. I just said that like real Joe's in the game was like Jesus, because the game's different out of reach now because we have no time left. I'll just throw him in there.
Yeah.
Since you don't down there, I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Especially when he's frustrated like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe, like I don't know. But I get Pete, because if I was Geno, I would appreciate Pete not pulling me. But at the same time, the coach has to make that decision. Like,
but sometimes you don't want to do that because the confidence already was shattered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you pull him.
It'll make it worse.
Yeah, you pull him. He's feeling it for sure.
Yeah, that'll make it worse.
I was thinking he was gonna bounce back, bro. Like I would look at his face and I'm like, oh, you can see the disappointment. Okay, he gonna, they writing him off, but he didn't write back. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna bounce back and it never came.
That fourth quarter too, like I was having hope. I was like, oh man, we're gonna come back, man. These defenses turning up. You know what I mean? But
yeah, me too. Because we're down by 11. Like I said, we'll get easy. Wait, everybody's off the screen? Well, shit, I must do the same thing. There we go. Blank screen. Hey,
it got emotional. We start, talking about the game, and it just got, PTSD.
I hear Jason's voice.
Yeah, we're fine. We'll be fine.
My voice got
We'll be fine. It wasn't a blowout. It was actually a close game. Just that we couldn't get over the hump. The offense couldn't do their job. So, like I said, that is the best thing that happened to the Raiders. What happened earlier in the season when I seen teams in the past that were like, say, they were like 2-4 to start the season off. Then they made a run and got to the playoffs. They didn't get Super Bowl, but they got to the playoffs. So anything's possible.
98 Vikings.
Don't think that the Chiefs are 0-2. They out of the picture. They still in the picture. So don't think that. They still in the picture.
98 Vikings. I don't know if you guys remember that squad. One of the best at Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Jake Reed, what's his name? Smith, the running back. Pretty much they had a stack team.
They were 14-2 and they got the ass kicked in the playoffs.
Yeah, by them damn. I think it was the Giants. I think. Oh no, was it Tampa Giants or the Giants? Some it was the
Giants. I think it was the Giants.
Yeah, and bro, that was crazy because that team was a monster. But anybody can get it.
Well, boy said right. Can't do anything with 2 receivers and a herd tight end and 7 defenders and 4 rushers. Exactly. That's what we had on field. We had a rookie receiver, another receiver that is not number 1, number 2. We had a hurt tight end and no blocking. And the run game, they just stopped going to. They just stopped running the ball.
A kick returner for a second running back. Crazy. No, I'm spinning, but yeah.
All right, guys. It's 2 hours, 15 minutes. You guys still continue because kind of late. You know, you guys got to get up early tomorrow for work.
Yes, sir. Back at it.
Back
Nah,
at it.
I'm off tomorrow.
You off? There you go.
Lucky.
That's how you
Nah.
do it.
I've been off for the whole couple of years now. Be off the rest of the year.
One day.
I don't want to be. Believe me, the walls are closing in. Not here in my my man cave, but in the house, and the walls are closing in. Like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, it'd be like that, man.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But
Crappo, he was pretty bad, but he wasn't that bad. I still blame Meredith for most of the game.
Yeah, it was mainly him, dude.
Parham didn't help out neither. But what can you do?
Yeah. Hey, remember I said we don't have a firecracker on offense? You know who that firecracker was, though? JPJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, like, that's the type of, you know what I'm saying? Like, that fire, that spark. Like, when something's not working, like somebody just to, knock somebody down, or, you know what I'm saying? Or get them fired up, make a play, and just get, lift the morale a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he is. He's up. He's a tempo of the offense. He's the one that gets you fired up. He's the one to go out there and block down 15 yards down the field when the rest of the guys are standing around. He's hitting people. Like he had that person on foul last week. I like, yeah, that was a bad call, but hell yeah.
Hey, we won the game, so
let them know we here.
Great play. Hey, I like the hit on Herbert. That was the play of the game. It should have been harder though. That play, that hit on Herbert, that was personal foul, but we have to set a tone. Like we have to, like Mahomes when he does, because he did all that, pump faking and stuff like that too last game too, and that's crazy because if I'm the defender, I'm hitting you, bro. I'm not gonna take the chance of you making me look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he does. He'll do like he's gonna break down and then just and then fake throw and then still run for it and run for more yards. I'm like, no, bro, we smacking the hell out of you. You're not gonna keep doing that cute run around and this ain't basketball. You ain't gonna be doing all this Jason Williams behind the back. No. I'll take my chance with the flag, and my coaches just gotta respect it, bro. Like I'm just, hey, I made the tackle. I did my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go back and watch some tape when it comes out. Anyway, guys, I'm ready to call it. You guys want to stay on, you want, but I'm gonna call it.
Marlo. No, I'm about ready. I gotta get up early. Marlo, appreciate you.
Hey, Marlo.
Yeah, no, I got one more thing, man. No, it's not.
Hey, hold on, man.
You got one more rant for us? You got one more rant for us?
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. I got it on.
Hey, man, let me hold your ear for about 5 more minutes.
Yeah, you feel me? Like let me just holler at you.
Yeah, because he had to get off that. I seen him last night watching the watch party. He want to get a lot off his chest. Like, so here it is.
Yeah, it was, it was really frustrating. But it is, at the same time, we're 1-1. So this thing can go either way. This is our chance to change it. Change the narrative, man. Like, beat these two teams. And then we'll take it from there. You know what I'm saying? But just, God dang, don't let the Bears and, the Commanders whoop.
Yeah, it's two teams. There's the Bears, Kingsley. And then, I mean, not Kingsley, but Ben Johnson. And then there's the Commanders, Kingsley. Both of those guys could have been in our coaching staff, but no. Mm-hmm. So there we go.
Yeah.
Hey, was it me, man, or did today just feel like damn, our fucking world was falling apart?
Yeah,
not really.
Especially
I'm just fucking around, man.
Hey, because for me, like I live in San Francisco, so of course the Niners won. Of course, so I could walk in there and all that, But that's what I say. That's why it sucks. It sucks that we're not doing what other teams are doing and just consistently winning football games. It's simple. Football. This is not that. Why do we make everything so hard? It's football. We've been playing for years.
Man, you guys coming in late. Jeez, we got ready to leave. Hey, Carlos, what's going on? Okay, guys, on your way out, I want to thank you for joining us. The Cover 3 show. It was Cover 2 for men, but we went to Cover 3. Chewy came in late, but that's fine. He got family things to do. There's our boy on top, Raider Nation Jason. Make sure you go to his channel, hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit the notifications. Right above me is my boy. He changed his name now. It's called Chuy's Raiders Coverage. It's still the same channel, but it's different. Make sure he's moving on up. He's getting up there. I think about to pass me up, but I don't care. So also, I'm Chris for Raiders. I'm on Chris for Raider podcast. Hit the like, subscribe buttons of all our channels. Help us out so we can grow, so we can get this season started. We get this season started, but get this season going the right way. I want to thank you guys for coming in. Jason, got anything to say?
Just win, baby.
Chewy?
The Raiders.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. Have a safe night, and we'll see you next Tuesday on the. This time it will be the Cover 3 to start. I hope to start.
Oh yeah,
Now take care and go Raiders.
the Raiders.
3s, please.